हेलो हेलो सर। हेलो हेलो
I would request all participants to open the camera. Very good morning to one and all. All participants, camera open, mic mute. पूरा कोर्स आपको ये ध्यान रखना है, आपका कैमरा ओपन रहे, आपका माइक म्यूट रहे। संजय चौहान, आपको रोल नंबर नहीं मिला है? डॉक्टर संजय चौहान, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
नहीं मिला सर।
रोल नंबर नहीं मिला। व्हाट्सएप है? आप व्हाट्सएप पे ज्वाइन है?
हाँ यस सर।
अब वहां की पीडीएफ फाइल थोड़ा रीड करिए 1-2 मिनट के लिए आप।
यस
अभी
सर यस सर यस सर।
अभी इमीडिएटली ज्वाइन करिए सर। गौरव,
नहीं ज्वाइन हुआ है सर।
दोज पर्संस जिसने रोल नंबर
Yes, sir.
नहीं डाला है उन्हें रिमूव कर देना बाद में आप।
Okay, okay, sir.
यस सर।
Amit Mishra, Dr. Amit Mishra, you're there? Dr. Anil, Annapurna ma'am, Varsha Pathak ma'am.
यस सर
अन्नपूर्णा
प्रेजेंट
मैम व्हाट्सएप थोड़ा सा पढ़ लीजिए, पीडीएफ फाइल्स कुछ डाले हैं हमने व्हाट्सएप पे, वो थोड़ा अगर 2 मिनट आप रीड कर ले तो आपको रोल नंबर समझ में आ जाएगा।
सर और एक बार रीसेंड कीजिए।
गुरु रीसेंड कर दीजिए रोल नंबर एक बार।
हाँ यस सर यस।
थोड़ा कष्ट लीजिए आप लोग रीड करने का व्हाट्सएप के ग्रुप को, पीडीएफ फाइल थोड़ा सा कष्ट लेकर अगर आप लोग रीड करेंगे तो उसमें आपका रोल नंबर तो मिल ही जाएगा। एक्चुअली बेसिक कंडीशन यही है हमारी कि आपने डेस्कटॉप लैपटॉप से ज्वाइन होना है, बट मेनी ऑफ यू हैव ज्वाइन थ्रू मोबाइल, सो
हॅलो
इट
सर.
becomes difficult to read the roll numbers through mobile.
सर मला 1 मिनिट बोलायचं आहे सर.
हाँ बोल सर, हिंदी में बोलिए। अब उस दिन एक मैडम ने कोर्स छोड़कर चला गया, हम मराठी में बोल रहे थे तो सभी को समझ में
हाँ
आया वैसा हिंदी में
हाँ
बोलिए,
ओके सर.
बाकी के
तो
हमारे
सर
जो
मैंने
लोग
ना
हैं।
सर एक्चुअली हाँ हाँ ओके नो नो प्रॉब्लम सर. हाँ
हाँ बताइए।
तो सर मैंने ना 2 डिवाइस से लॉग इन किया
अच्छा
हूँ
नहीं,
सर.
एक डिवाइस से लॉग इन
मोबाइल
करिए।
एंड सॉरी मोबाइल एंड सिस्टम से, क्योंकि सर मैं कॉलेज में रहता हूँ ना, तो वो माइक से मैं अटेंड करता हूँ तो उसमें आवाज
ठीक
नहीं जाता
ठीक
है सर.
ठीक
और मोबाइल उससे वीडियो में ऑन
ठीक है
नहीं होता है
ठीक,
सर,
नो
वो
इशू,
सिस्टम से
नो
उसमें
इशू।
कैमरा नहीं है सर.
हाँ हाँ,
चलेगा ना सर? हाँ
दोज हु आर
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
त्याच्या समोर रोल नंबर असं देऊ नये. आईच्या याच्या समोर ते करायला लागेल.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
यस मैम, पाठक मैम।
हाँ आई एम वर्षा पाठक. मैं कॉलेज के कंप्यूटर से ऑन कर रही हूँ, मेरा कैमरा ओपन नहीं हो रहा है, वहां से मैं ज्वाइन कर रही हूँ.
तो आप देखिए कि ये टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम कल ना आए, आज तो ठीक है।
हाँ ओके ओके ओके.
हाँ,
यस.
because this is not 2020 for not Varsha ma'am, for each and everybody I'm telling कि ये 2020 तो नहीं है कि जो कोई पहला कोर्स हम ऑनलाइन कर रहे हैं। लगभग सभी के 2 से 3 कोर्स 4 कोर्स आप लोगों के हो ही गए हैं ऑनलाइन। So all of us should get well acquainted with this technology, Zoom technology. Many MMTTCs I have seen that they use Google, which is not that much user friendly as compared to Zoom. Our university authorities have provided a Zoom platform which is very much user friendly when it comes to the camera, mic, and all those things, sharing the screen. So I would request all the participants first of all to go through the WhatsApp. सभी लोग WhatsApp चेक करें, उसमें रोल नंबर चेक करें और रोल नंबर से रीनेम करें।
हेलो सर. हेलो
यस
सर.
सर, यस सर।
हाँ सर, चौहान सर बात कर रहा हूँ सर.
जी जी,
उसमें
हो गया,
रोल
रीनेम हो
रोल
गया
नंबर
सर आपका।
ना, मेरा नेम नहीं है पीडीएफ में.
गौरव नंबर देख लेना उनका।
यस 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 सर.
सुचिता मैम, सर ज्वाइन नहीं हुए ना अभी?
सर
हाँ
सर
सर.
हैज जस्ट नाउ ज्वाइंड.
ओके
गवाने सर ने
ओके
अभी
सर
ज्वाइन
डॉक्टर
किया.
चौहान बात कर रहा हूँ.
सर, सर गेस्ट आ गए, हम बाद में बात करते हैं आपसे।
हाँ यस.
प्लीज। So very good morning to one
Good
and all.
morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, yeah.
So on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome today's chief guest, Honorable Professor Sudhir Gavhane sir, to this inaugural session. Also, I welcome our Honorable Director, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am, and Dr. Suchita Yambal ma'am. She will be coordinating this short-term course in leadership and skill development. So I would now request Gaurav Jadhav to start the banner and the university song.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे,
गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर संत महंतांचे विरागी गीत आमुचे वादळाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा विरलेला
सोन पहाट उदयाचे गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
Thank you, Goro. You can stop the banner and the university song. So, friends, again, I welcome to this to you all of the selected participant, honorable guest and director to this inaugural session of short-term course in leadership and skill development. Indeed, it is an honor and pleasure for all of us to have Honorable Professor Sudhir Gavhane sir as a chief guest here, a person who has contributed a lot to this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, formerly Academic Staff College, as a resource person, a person who has served Vice Chancellor to two universities, that is UGC-MMTTC Nasik and MGM University. He was the founding Vice Chancellor of MGM University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Also, he has headed Department of Journalism of our university. So indeed, it is really a pleasure and honor for all of us to have him here as a chief guest for this inaugural session. So I would now request roll number 1 to give a brief introduction of our today's guest.
Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, ma'am.
Good morning to all respected dignitaries and participants. I am Assistant Professor Lavina Atwal from SVKM's Narsi Monji College of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai. It is truly an honor for me to introduce today's esteemed speaker, Professor Dr. Sudhir Gavhane, a distinguished academician, visionary leader, and an inspiration to generations of educators and learners. Dr. Gavhane has an illustrious career spanning over 4 decades in higher education. He has held several prestigious positions.
रोल नंबर 1 मैम आपका माइक अनम्यूट कीजिए प्लीज.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
Okay. It is truly an honor for me to introduce today's esteemed speaker, Dr. Gavhane, Sudhir Gavhane, sir, a distinguished academician, visionary leader, and an inspiration to generations of educators and learners. Dr. Gavhane has an illustrious career spanning over 4 decades in higher education. He has held several prestigious positions, including founding and former Vice Chancellor of MGM University, Aurangabad, former Vice Chancellor of Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University, Nasik, former Dean and Director of MIT World Peace University, Pune, Professor and Head of Department of Mass Communication and Journalism at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Director Institute of Open and Distance Learning at BAMU, Director Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Research Chair, and a Senior Quality Assessor with NAC Bengaluru for over 20 years. He has mentored more than 160 scholars at postgraduate and doctoral levels, authored 10 books, published over 1,000 articles and 50 research papers, and has contributed extensively to the fields of journalism, education, leadership, and development. Professor Gavhane is also known for implementing the UNESCO model curriculum for journalism and for building one of the most advanced media labs in public universities in India. His contributions have empowered students from all backgrounds, and his leadership has been both visionary and deeply humane. A passionate educator and a reformer at heart, Professor Dr. Gavhane's work continues to shape the future of higher education and inspire ethical, inclusive leadership. Sir, we are privileged to have you with us today, and we are eagerly looking forward to gain insights and experience from you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Professor Dr. Suchita Yambal ma'am has also joined our cloud meeting. She will be coordinating this short-term course. Dr. Suchita Yambal ma'am, she is a faculty in Department of Management Science of our university. Her qualification is MCA, PhD. Her specialization is DBMS, Oracle, EDBMS, Networking, ASP.NET, DSS, and MIS. She is also the director of Foreign Student Cell of our university. Also a person with a vast teaching and research experience. She is working in the department since 2010. Prior to this, she has worked in MGM University, also at GYP CC SIT Institute of Management. She has an overall teaching experience of 19 years and research experience of 12 years. She is nominated as a research and pre-PhD coursework in department, thus has keen interest in research activity. He has worked as an BOS member for 5 years, which has upskilled her contemporary content relevant in computer application. Her area of interest are database management system, contemporary and inconclusive education, automation in industry employability. Under her able guidance, 4 students have awarded MPhil degree, and currently 4 students are pursuing their PhD work. Also, she has published research papers in well-reputed national and international journal. And also, she has been an evaluator of IEEE reviewer for IEEE journals, and also have evaluated PhD thesis for Tilak Maharashtra University. Then also compared and coordinated many important functions at university level, like industry, academia meet, international conference, and also worked as a flying squad member, then coordinator committee member of Avishkar Indradhanush program held by our universities. So I would now request Dr. Suchita Yambal ma'am to give a brief working of 6 working days to all of us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rafe sir, for this kind introduction. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning to all the respected dignitaries and esteemed resource person and dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the online short-term course on leadership skills and development organized by the UGC-MMTTC Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. This enriching course is scheduled from 28th of July, that is from today, to 2nd of August 2025, and is designed to help us explore, understand, and enhance leadership competencies in the field of education. At the outset, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dhanashri Mahajan Madam, Director MMTTC, and Dr. Mohammad Abdul Rafi Sir, Assistant Director MMTTC, for giving me this opportunity to coordinate this important workshop. Their continuous guidance and support have been pivotal in making this event possible. We are truly privileged and honored to have Honorable Professor Dr. Sudhir Gavhane Sir with us today. Sir has graciously agreed to inaugurate this workshop and deliver the opening session on leadership in education. We are grateful to him for sparing his valuable time and blessing us with his presence and insights. Throughout this week, we will be joined by the panel of highly accomplished speakers and experts in the field. Let us have a quick run through. Today, that is on Monday, 28th of July, following Dr. Gavhane Sir's inaugural session, we'll have Dr. Ajit Thete, Director of the Center for Development of Leadership in Education, who will guide us through exploring leadership styles. On Tuesday, that is tomorrow on 29th of July, we'll hear from Dr. Kishan Watni of EQ Academy, who will speak on emotional intelligence in teaching and leadership, followed by Dr. Arun Ingre, who is a doctorate in management science from Pune, discussing ethical leadership and moral responsibility. On Wednesday, that is on 30th of July, will feature Dr. Pradna Shaili Bhagwan Savai from Government College of Arts and Science on effective communication and listening skills. Later in the day, Dr. Rajesh Javadekar, Director of Innovation, Incubation and Linkages at KBC NMU Jalgaon, will address leading with equity and social justice, teacher as a change agent for social media. On Thursday, 31st of July, we welcome Mr. Mukund Kulkarni, ex-director of Expert Global Solutions, to speak on self-awareness and personal leadership, followed by Dr. Abhijit Sherke, senior professor and director, Department of Management Science at our very own BAMU, who will cover AI and innovation in education. Friday, 1st of August, brings us insights from Dr. Devidas Golhar Sir of KJ Somaya Institute of Management on building collaborative teams. And then we will have Dr. Shishir Parsapure, who is a psychotherapist and trainer from Nagpur, who will speak on mentorship, coaching, and professional development. He is an international speaker himself. On the final day, Saturday, 2nd of August, Dr. Abhijit Thakur from Sri Balaji University, Pune, will speak on strategic planning and decision making. And our valedictory session will be graced by Professor Dr. V.M. Pandri Pandey Sir, former Vice Chancellor of Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, who will lead an interactive session on leadership changing scenario in the future for teachers. I urge all the participants to engage fully and attend all sessions as per the schedule and contribute actively to the discussions. I'm confident that by the end of this workshop, we will all emerge with enhanced perspectives, deeper understanding, and renewed inspiration to lead effectively in our educational spaces. Once again, I welcome you all and wish this workshop a grand success. Thank you, sir. Over to Rafi, sir, now.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now request Honorable Professor Sudhir Gavhane Sir to deliver a short inaugural address to all of us. After this lecture, after this short inaugural session, he will continue with his full-fledged lecture. But before that, I would request him to deliver a short inaugural address to all of us. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am grateful to Academic Staff College, now renamed as MMTTC, Malviya Mission of Teachers Training Center of UGC. And I'm very happy that being a part of this particular university and this particular institution, I am able to communicate you all participant friends because of the invitation tendered to me by respected director and economist Mahajan ma'am, as well as Rafe sir, and the coordinator of this particular uh, workshop, Professor Suchita. The very topic of this particular short-term course is very, very relevant, important, and propagating for the change expected in the higher education system in India uh, in terms of execution of NEP 2020. The higher education sector in the world is at the crossroad, not only in India, in the world. The NEP itself aims after 1986, the most required policy shift is being designed into this. And late Kasturi Ringan sir has designed this in an appropriate manner, adaptable to the times, aligning Indian higher education system to the world system of higher education, making it student-centric, making it multidisciplinary, and dismantling the borders of the disciplines we were working in decades together. At the same time, this particular NEP 2020 encourages and giving emphasis on all Indian languages. That is also equally important. The Indian knowledge system, which India is having history of 5,000 years, multilingual, multicultural, multi-religious humanity existed here. And therefore, being a most vibrant history of the world, Asian history of the world, India is a very important country. And therefore, changes in India makes impact in the world. And changes in world make impacts on India. And in this particular situation, which is called as VUCA, that is volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. VUCA. So V stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This is the exact description of the today's world. We cannot imagine such kind of world was existing earlier. Remember what kind of volatility we are facing. Take an example of AI, artificial intelligence. All the technologies designed and developed by human intelligence are creation of human intelligence, human brain, act of human beings. And all those technologies devised and designed and produced by human beings for decades, maybe centuries, we can say, in view of Industrial Revolution 1, Industrial Revolution 2.0, Industrial Revolution 3.0, Industrial Revolution 4.0, and now we are entering into the Industrial Revolution 5.0. So from Industrial Revolution 1.0 to Industrial Revolution, present Industrial Revolution 5.0, the tremendous changes have occurred. But first time in the world, the technology devised by the human beings, human brains, bright brains of human beings, like AI, is the only technology which is altogether different from all technologies identified, devised, invented by human beings. I have a book with me which indicates that all the technologies, earlier technologies generated by human beings were fully controlled by human beings. We used to decide how to use them, for what it is to be used. Those technologies were under control of human beings. But first time in the history of human civilization, we find that AI is such a technology, digital technology, which is superior to the human intelligence. So this is the technology invented by human beings, but more powerful, more brilliant, more talented than human beings themselves. So at one end, that technology is helping us a lot, assisting us a lot in all walks of life, all sectors of life, from economy, business, to social life, to communication, for writing, creative designs, everything. And if you have experienced Copilot, Gemini, ChatGPT, you know that. How AI is being used in support, in use, in helping hand to human beings to do all the activities in precision, in accurate manner. But the problem with this particular technology is it is being defined and described as scary smart. It is a smart technology, but it's scary, fearful, because what it can do and what it is doing, say after 10 years or 15 years, at present things are happening. So those changes and those powers gained by the AI are going to control human beings. And therefore, Harari has said in his recent book, Nexus, that we are intelligent elements in the nature on the earth. But why we are becoming self-destructive? We are destroying nature. We are devising technologies like AI, which are going to destroy us. Means it has that capacity, and now all over they are thinking how to monitor, how to control the application of AI in the interest of humanity and nature. So these are the volatility situations we are facing. Then the uncertainty. In the earlier era of human life, there were certain systems, certain problems, certain processes, certain solutions, certain applications were well defined, well predictable. But now we are entering in the era of uncertainty. And we don't know what is being cooked for us, not next 5, 10 years, next year. Technologies wise, global situation wise, the conflict wise, war wise. Have you ever heard hunger war? But in Palestine, Israel-Palestine war, the hunger is being used as a tool of war. Technology is being used. The devices are tested in Russia-Ukraine war and many other wars which are happening, and we are, the world is, boiling. What will happen, when, where, we don't know. So that uncertainty is also there. Third is complexity. Complexity of human nature, complexity of society, complexity of family, complexity of technology, complexity of education. So it's very difficult to understand the complexity and find the solution. For example, technologies, digital technologies are helping us in many ways, from digital transactions to quality assessment, in creative design and whatnot. But at the same time, your identity, individual identity, can be stolen. Like your Aadhaar card, identity card, or your personal details or details of your bank account. Whatever the technologies we are using, they say that it is embedded, encrypted, but it is not. It is being recorded somewhere and it can be decoded. Therefore, data has become a gold mine for the businesses. In this situation, all firewalls are being cracked. Banks' accounts are cracked. So these are the complexities. How to create superpower firewalls to control everything, preserve privacy, preserve data, preserve very secret information. And therefore, these are the challenges we are facing. And lastly, A for ambiguity. There is ambiguity. There is nothing ambiguous, unambiguous. Nothing unambiguous. Everything is ambiguous. We are progressing materialistically, physical infrastructure, facilities, food, technologies, everything. But at the same time, humans are becoming more cruel. Violence is increasing. Crime is increasing. Infightings are increasing. Property wars are increasing. So how to face all this situation of ambiguity? You cannot say that mother and father's relations or the relations of children and mother and father are very normal, which are used to be normal. Brothers and sister relations are to be normal, which were used to be normal. So all these things are creating problems. And in this situation, where I am coming to the point of IR 5.0, Industrial Revolution 5.0, which is one step ahead of Industrial Revolution 4.0, where smart technologies are devised, digital technologies are implemented, automation are being implemented into the industry and all sectors, and higher education has to be 4.0 in accordance with the IR 4.0, Industrial Revolution 4.0. But in Industrial Revolution 5.0, the technologists, scientists, businessmen, thinkers have realized that machine and man and their interplay, their unification of brain and creativity, technology and human brain, the creativity of both the systems are required to have a marriage, interplay between machines and man, using human creativity, human brilliance with the advanced technologies of smart machines. And if we combine machines and human brain, human intelligentsia, the combination of smart intelligentsia and human intelligentsia, it is being called as human being and digital being. So digital being is machine, robotics, humanoids, and human beings we know. So the combination of digital being, technology driven machine with AI, and that to modern AI. Now in AI also traditional AI and modern AI. So we are in the age of modern AI. So we're just listening about AI. By that time, it has become a traditional AI. We are teaching in universities, and now modern AI been implemented in the business and processes and industry. So digital being and human being, they are coming together, working together. Their marriage and their creativity coming together is very important for the Industrial Revolution 5.0. And therefore, without human capital, without human beings, their involvement, their thinking ability, their creativity, their thought processes cannot be replaced. But at the same time, they can be assisted and supported for co-creation of whatever we want to create in this world. Or I can call create and discreate, construct and deconstruct. So all these things are ambiguous. And therefore, this VUCA world, VUCA, is a challenging period we are facing, magical period we are facing. And therefore, if the world is changing, if the technology is changing, industry is changing, it is rebooting, every sector is rebooting, then we need to think of rebooting higher education. Therefore, I say IR 5.0 demands higher education 5.0. So without human intelligence, application of machine, at the same time, application of human and creativity is equally important. And therefore, I personally feel we should think in these lines, and the university leaders, deans, director, pro-vice chancellor, vice chancellors, as well as at the college level, principals, HODs of the concerned departments, head of the departments, research guides as a leaders of the research, all stakeholders are required to change their thinking. They need to deconstruct whatever the presumptions and thought process they have earned during their 30, 40 years, whatever the experience they have gained. That deconstruction is required. And that deconstruction is required for reconstruction and re-engineering the higher education. The very process from curriculum design to curriculum delivery to classroom teaching and learning. As it is being said, my friends, lecture are efficient way of teaching. Traditionally, we are engaged in lectures, no doubt about that, in classroom lectures. And that is the still mainstream of our imparting instructions and knowledge. But lectures are an efficient way of teaching. But at the same time, they are inefficient way of learning. A student cannot learn sitting in a classroom. So we have to change that pattern. Even the assessment, the way in which we do the assessment, semester exams, the final exams and all that, only written examination. Some new things are being introduced. I appreciate that. But at the same time, can we re-engineer the whole assessment system of examination? It's a point to think of, ponder over. Because the way in which a student get information through lectures, teachers' lectures, that kind of period has changed. Now knowledge and information is ubiquitous, meaning it is available everywhere, anytime, anywhere. If that knowledge is available everywhere, anytime, and you must have heard that even the research in science, research in social sciences, humanities are now available in terms of the concept is open science. Open science means millions of research papers, publications, dissertation, thesis are available for free, freely downloadable. Open science. And this is a movement going on all over the world. Knowledge is free. High quality knowledge is free and testing by fee. Digital humanity has come. That branch is also grown. So knowledge in creativity, in history, social sciences, economics, sociology, mass communication, information communication technology, everything is being considered under digital humanities and digital social sciences. And when abundant, enormous amount of knowledge is available, how to play with that, how to interact with that, how to co-create, how to generate knowledge out of that, how to analyze that. Digital analytics is not the part of computer science people or IT people. It is straightway related to the social sciences, humanities, as well as basic sciences. With these changing dimensions, our higher education sector needs to revamp itself, re-engineer itself to face the present day volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Now I remember what our former president, great scientist, APJ Abdul Kalam has said. Very poetic and very meaningful comments about the whole process of knowledge and learning he has put in few words. He says, when learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. The problem with us now is our learning is not purposeful. teachers and students are not passionately involved in the whole process of knowledge sharing, knowledge gaining, knowledge exchange happening in the classrooms. And therefore, we are noticing that many students are outstanding students in terms of standing out of the classes. New kind of outstanding meaning has come. So, well, if there is a purpose and there is a passionate involvement of the learner and the instructor, teacher, who is now facilitator, then the purposeful learning process begins. If I don't want to learn as a student, I'm not involved. I'm not passionate. Just for sake of seeking admission, I have taken admission. I was not getting admission in a particular discipline. Therefore, I have joined this particular discipline where I am disinterested. And the teacher who is teaching, he is also not satisfied. He is also not updated. Many teachers are outdated also, I'm sorry to say, because we are not keeping pace with the changing times and changing knowledge. And therefore, we will be outdated. And I would like to inform you, my friends, in developed world, it is being discussed now. It is under the discussion, but threatening. They are saying, why there is a need of teacher now? University teachers or college teachers. Earlier, they used to give the knowledge to the students. That's okay. But when knowledge is ubiquitous, available everywhere, in abundance, in terms of research and everything, and when students of new generations are smart with the smart equipments, gadgets, why there is need of teachers? Why to invest in teaching, appointing teachers? That kind of thought has come. And therefore, we have to be relevant to the times. It's a challenging time. And how you can be relevant to the times that make the learning of students purposeful, as APJ Abdul Kalam has said. And then their creativity will blossom. When learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When creativity blossoms, he further says, when creativity blossoms, thinking emanates. When creativity blossoms, the thinking emanates. When thinking emanates, knowledge is fully lit. When thinking emanates, knowledge is fully lit. And when knowledge is fully lit, economy flourishes. This is the whole process of learning, the teaching, knowledge generation, knowledge creation, knowledge retribution, knowledge application, creativity, thinking, and ultimately flourishing the economy where we are working. And therefore, my friends, in the world, the quality crisis, this is my last point, I will conclude in 5 minutes. This is the point of today's world. If you see globally, there are 25,000 universities in the world, maybe now 26,000. Out of them, only 2,500 universities, means 6 to 7% of them, participate in global ranking processes. Only 7 to 8% participate in global ranking, dare to participate in global ranking. And remaining 23,000, 24,000 universities Still, they have not dared to participate in a global ranking. Why? They don't have confidence. Why? Their leaders don't have confidence. Why their faculty members don't have confidence? Where their researchers don't have confidence? They don't have done the outcome-based output of their teaching learning processes, research processes. They are very poor in entrepreneurship. Their contribution in R&D is meager, not remarkable at all. Their perception and reputation in the minds of industry, employers, and society is also not recognizable. If you look at India, my friends, out of our universities, which number is 1377, 1377 universities we have, and in all colleges, standalone institutions, independent institutions, putting together, including universities, we have 69,217 higher education institutions, HEIs, in India. And you will surprise, out of them, only 3.58% HEIs have A and above grade. 71.3% higher education institutions in India have B or C grade. And therefore, among the top 500 universities in the world, we are not in top 200, no university. But in top 500 universities in the world, we have only 6 Indian institutions. And most among them are IITs and Indian Institute of Science. This year, our participation in the international ranking has increased appreciable. Now our universities are daring, public and private both. It's a good sign. But see the number. Out of 2,526 universities which are participating globally, the number of Indian universities are 46 which are participating in global ranking. It's a participation, not ranking, I am saying. Just participation. And therefore, Indian higher education system needs to revamp itself in view of the philosophy of NEP 2020. And this can be done, this can be achieved only when leaders, university leaders, deans, directors, HODs, faculty members, management of public and private universities decide to revamp our higher education system, empower our higher education system, empower our students, empower our community and our economy in terms of knowledge economy. Then and then only, I personally feel that this is a kind of mission we should undertake. And then only we can create an imprint of ourselves on a global map. And this is challenging because the countries near India, say China, say Korea, say Singapore, just say Japan, these Asian countries over the last 2 decades have tremendously jumped ahead in terms of global ranking of the universities. And it is our time now to jump ahead in the global ranking, in patenting, in knowledge creation, in knowledge application. We cannot be knowledge consumers or knowledge workers. We have to be knowledge creator, and this can happen on the campuses of colleges and universities And this is a huge responsibility if you want to take our country to the next level, make it flourishing economy in decades to come. It is we people, we are duty bound to be very active, very dynamic, very proactive, very thinking animals, so that our ideas, in the age of ideas, in the age of collaboration, in the age of co-creation, will make impact to flourish our economy, our country, and to empower our society and youth, because 20% of youth in the age group of 18 to 23 in the world are residing in our country. Let us take this mission ahead. And that is what I personally feel, that we are missionaries of higher education and we have to be involved. We should not remain in depression. We should not remain in, closed rooms and closed doors. We should open our mind. Be multidisciplinary in true sense, as NEP says. First thing, we have to change our mindset and make it multidisciplinary. Don't try to read only of your discipline. Go beyond that. Reach out to the multiple disciplines. Understand what's happening in the technology, in sociology, in economics, in science, in new sciences. And we have to cope up with those changes. Then only I think our India can become a great country, which is our aim in 2047. We want to become a super developed country. I wish you all the best for this. Thank you very much. Over to Suchita.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Sudhir Gavhane, sir, for his insightful and inspiring inaugural address. Sir, your words have set the tone for this workshop and have deeply enriched our understanding of the theme. We are truly honored by your presence and thankful for the valuable time you spent with us today. I would also like to acknowledge Dr. Mahajan, who couldn't be with us due to her mother's hospitalization. We extend our prayers and best wishes for her mother's speedy recovery. Once again, thank you, sir. And thank you all for being part of this important gathering. I hereby declare that this session of inaugural is over. And now, Honorable Sir would continue with his session. Sir, please let us know if you want us to display your PDF files.
Yeah. Please.
Yes, sir. Which one to do?
The first one.
Gaurav, if you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
सर जी सांगतायत ना ती पीपीटी प्लीज लावून घ्या.
Yes, ma'am.
पहिली वाली म्हणजे सरांची आहे लीडरशिप इन हायर एज्युकेशन.
Status of global higher education sector. The slide is this. There are only 4 slides, I think, in that.
Madam, एक second.
हो लावा. नाही, लीडरशिप इन हायर एज्युकेशन 4 पेजेस वाली वेगळी आहे.
ह्याच्या आधी.
इट इज द थर्ड पीडीएफ. येस. लीडरशिप इन HEIs लिहिलेलं आहे त्या पीडीएफ वर.
करेक्ट. सिक्वेन्सला लावून ठेवा, म्हणजे मग पुढच्या वेळेला त्रास नाही होणार.
येस सर.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, perfectly right. So leadership and governance in higher education institution, HEIs, crisis, challenges and opportunities. My friends, before speaking about the leadership and governance in higher education, which is very crucial at the present times, let me invite your attention to the status of global higher education sector in the world. Globally, student enrollment in higher education was 100 million in 2000, year 2000. Next PPT, please. Next slide, please. And yeah, this one, correct. Huh. So, student enrollment, we are taking the stock of global higher education sector so that we'll understand the global scenario in particular. So there were, in year 2000, 100 million students or 10 crore students were enrolled into higher education sector in the world. In 2 decades, by year 2020, the number has doubled, more than doubled. And in 2020, as per the UNESCO report, 235 million, means 23.5 crore students have entered into higher education sector. It's a big number, big jump, appreciable, mostly happening in Asia, South Asia, Africa continent. But at the same time, we have to realize, my friends, that still millions of youth in the cohort of 18 to 23 age group are out of college. Out of school concept, you know, so I have devised out of college concepts. Those youth in the age group of 18 to 23, they are expected to enter into the college or universities, but they couldn't enter. They are dropped out. Sometimes they are thrown out because of socio-economic conditions of their families, poverty, family responsibilities, not getting quality education. Particularly in rural areas, schools, quality of schools is deplorable. And coming out of such environment, poorest quality of education, there is a crisis and they remain out of college. They couldn't enter into the college because of compulsions of livelihood. They need to earn money. We have to give them opportunity. And therefore, our NEP 2020 says by 2035, our gross enrollment ratio, which is 28.4 by now, we want to almost double it to 50% by 2035 in 10 years. India has not yet attained global average of GER, gross enrollment ratio, which is 40. We have not attained that also, global average. Best in the world are Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, these Scandinavian countries, where GER is above 80. And average GER of the developed world is 60. So when India will achieve that kind of GER is a big question for us. So inclusive development of higher education, which is also an aim of our NEP 2020, is very important and ambitious target of ours, and we have to understand that and focus on that. Globally, 30% of higher education institutions are private and 70% are public sector globally. And steadily, the private sector number is increasing globally, and even in India also, we know that. But I personally feel the high quality public organizations, public higher education institutions, and equally high quality private, high quality higher education institutions are required for a function. And it is a myth that public institutions are poor and private institutions are powerful in terms of quality, or vice versa. Public institutions are of high quality and private institutions are not. We have both examples in India. See the IITs, IIMs, public institutions, but doing excellently well despite of private institutions' competition. For example, take the private institutions, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, many other institutions like such, they are making tremendous impact. The private university recently come up in last 15 years, Ashoka University, Shivnadar University, Wipro's Ajim Premji University, they are also doing well and trying to become impactful universities on a national and global scale. So it depends on what kind of infrastructure, what kind of facilities, what kind of academic infrastructure, what kind of human capital in terms of talented professors and talented students you are able to attract. That magnetic impact is very important and depends on the branding of the institutions, the caliber of the institution, reputation of the institution. There is another point in this. When we see the GER during the last 3-4 decades, the GER of women average worldwide was 19% in 2000. It has increased to 43% in 2020, almost more than doubled. And this is very appreciable that women of the globe are entering into higher education arena and trying to make impact globally by getting them empowered and educated and making active participant in a public life, coming out of homes. But at the same time, we have to notice this fact, which UNESCO has mentioned particularly. There is a gap of 60% in richest and poorest persons in terms of their participation in higher education. So richest, if you belong to rich community, richest section of the society, your possibility of entering into higher education sector is almost 100%. And if you belong to the poorest class of poor, then your possibility of entering into the higher education sector is 60% less than the rich people. तो हमें यह समझना होगा कि किसी भी देश में, विश्व के किसी भी देश में यह स्थिति है कि जो संपन्न वर्ग है समाज के, उन्हें उच्च शिक्षा का फायदा, प्रवेश की संभावना 100% होती है, 100% होती है। और जो दबे कुचले घटक है, पोर घटक है, बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन के लोग हैं, दारिद्र्य रेखा के नीचे के लोग हैं, उनकी नई जनरेशन उच्च शिक्षा में आने की संभावना 60% लेस होती है संपन्न वर्ग के तुलना में। एक गंभीर विषय है और इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन, इंक्लूसिविटी जिसे कहते हैं, सर्वसमावेशकता, उसके बारे में सोचते समय ऐसा महसूस होता है कि हमें इस सवाल को ग्लोबली एड्रेस करना पड़ेगा कि कैसे हमारे समाज के सभी वर्गों को अच्छी शिक्षा मिले, क्योंकि यूनाइटेड नेशंस का सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल नंबर 4 जो है, 17 goal hai, 17 goals are there. And goal number 4 says quality education for all. गुणवत्तापूर्ण उच्च शिक्षा सभी को मिलनी चाहिए, ये अगर हमारा गोल है और 2030 में हमको उसे अचीव करना है, वहां तक पहुंचना है, तो सोचिए कि ये कितनी कठिन बात है और क्यों हमें इस पर जोर देना चाहिए। क्योंकि एजुकेशन इज अ पासपोर्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक सिक्योरिटी, स्टेबिलिटी एंड प्रोग्रेस। एक पासपोर्ट है वो इकोनॉमिक सिक्योरिटी का, कमाने का एक जरिया मिलाने का, प्रगति करने का, अपने फैमिली को ऊंचा उठाने का, अपने खुद को ऊंचा उठाने का और देश के कार्य में लगाने का एक बहुत बड़ा जरिया है। इट्स पासपोर्ट। एंड व्हेन millions of people, youth are deprived for getting this passport is a big issue in India, and therefore inequality matters. That is what United Nations says. And quality for education for all, this is not the right situation where quality education is available to the rich people and it is not available to the poor people. In democracy, it is not expected, and therefore our NEP 2020 says inclusivity is very important, and inclusivity in education, removing inequality in education is equally important, but it is very challenging. I told you that 92% of the universities in the world do not participate in the global ranking, and there are the 8 kind of crises in higher education institutions. One is quality crisis, about which I spoke in the inaugural session. The expansion crisis means making higher education available to all needy, which are out of college youth, and make them educated, empowered by higher education. That is also a big crisis for us. How to replicate, how to create, expand our higher education system, which is one of the biggest in the world. When we got the freedom, there were only 20 universities, 500 colleges, and 1 lakh students in higher education in 1950. But now we have 1,377 universities instead of 20. Instead of 500 colleges, we have 67 colleges, 67,000 colleges and institutions in India. And instead of 1 lakh students, we have 4 crore 70 lakh students entering into the higher education sector. Great development, great achievement, remarkable. But at the same time, those who are not able to enter into the higher education arena is a big number. In India, it's 11 crore, 10, 11 crore people of youth, 18 to 23, they are not able to enter into the higher education. Then there is a technology crisis. As technology is fast evolving, fast developing, the speed is unimaginable. And accordingly, our labs and infrastructure of the universities and colleges are not updated because of the financial crisis. That is the next issue. The financial crisis, technology crisis in terms of technology and in terms of updating our laboratories, facilities. These are the very big challenges. Unless they have been taught industry-like situations, our student will not learn and they will not become employable. This is also a big issue. Financial crisis. Many public universities don't have resources to upgrade their infrastructure, maintain their infrastructure, appoint teachers. Faculty positions are vacant. Government clearance are waited for decades. And therefore, overall, because of the financial crisis, the higher education institution, private and public. In private, they want to earn money and therefore they do not invest money. They invest much on, ornamental get-up of the university, the campus, beautiful campus, AC, this and that. But at the same time, the quality faculty crisis is also there. So all universities need to become magnetic force to attract talented, brilliant teachers. At the same time, they should have a retention policy. So that retention policy is very, very important. And that retention policy means keeping highly talented people within the university system. And this will happen only when we will have a retention policy in proper. Hundreds and thousands of teachers' positions are vacant, and those who are working, they are temporary or contract basis. So there is need to restructure the whole system of attracting talented people, brilliant faculty members, and our NEP 2020 speaks about that. We know that. The curriculum crisis. As I have said, in Industrial Revolution 4.0, Industrial Revolution 5.0, the dramatic changes, dynamic changes are happening in a super fast way, hyper way. For example, in computer sector, quantum computing has come. And in quantum computing, the speed of computer is 10,000 times faster than the present one. So quantum computing is going to impact every sector. But barring one or two institutions in India, we don't have graduation program in quantum computing. So curriculum updation, redesigning, new curriculum, industry-ready curriculum, we have to restructure dynamically, and consistent upgradation is also required. So crisis of curriculum is also very important, and for that we have to put our mind and brains there. It cannot be a ritual thing just to update our curriculum. We should involve 50% industry people, 50% people from the sector, society, and our faculty members, and we should see that best brains come together to design our curriculum. It should not be a ritual kind of thing. Then the research and development crisis. This is also a global crisis. Barring few hundred universities in the world, other universities, they are very poor state of affairs in terms of research and development. And we have to address that. If you just see the figures I have with me, that researchers per million population, you take that yardstick, how that country is improving itself in terms of R&D. The per million population in Korea is of researchers, population of researchers is 9,082. जो अनुसंधान करता है उनका नंबर कोरिया जैसे देश में 9,082 है. डेनमार्क जैसे देश में 7,708 है. नॉर्वे में 7,228 है. सिंगापुर में 7,225 है. वर्ल्ड एवरेज 1,528 है. इंडिया में 260 है. हमें सोचना पड़ेगा कि कैसे हमारे रिसर्चर्स की तादाद बढ़े, कैसे हमारा रिसर्च क्वालिटी का हो, कैसे हम रिसर्च के संदर्भ में आगे आए, बढ़े. और उसमें काफी हमें पैटर्न्स की बात करें तो मैं बता देना चाहता हूं 2023 के फिगर्स मेरे पास है, सांख्यिकी मेरे पास है। विगत 3 दशकों में, last 3 decades, 30 years, China has improved itself remarkably. We should learn a lesson from China, that too from Korea and Japan. Till now, last 40, 50 years, USA was the top country in terms of patent acquiring. But during last 2 decades, steadily, China has overtaken USA. I will tell you the figures. Okay? In China, they got 7,98,000 patents. Japan got 2 lakh patents. UK got 3 lakh, USA got 3,23,000 patents. So almost China has doubled up USA. South Korea 1,35,000 lakh, and India has 78,000 patents. India has improved itself during last 15, 20 years, appreciable, but we need a quantum jump. And that quantum jump is very important in terms to match and compete with the world around us. Like Japan, Korea, China, they are Asian countries. They are doing excellently well, and they have improved their higher education sector. Their teachers have improved their performance. Their research is comparable with the developed world, and they are standing themselves on the strong footage. And that kind of footage, we have to jump in a manner that we can catch up the speed of the world. Next PPT, please. Next slide. Next slide, please. So I will continue by the time the person will change the slide. So we know that the crisis of our higher education is very important. And in Indian higher education, you can find that the percentage of youth of 18 to 23 age group who are completing their graduation, their percentage is just 12.95%, means 13% of that population, 18 to 23. And see the countries with highest number: Canada 62%, Japan 56%, Korea 52%, UK 51%. So in India, I told you that out of college youth, which is the concept derived by me, that we have around 10 crore youth who are not reaching to higher education system. Researchers, we thought of and discussed about that also. So therefore, we need to change ourselves, and we need to improve ourselves in terms of performance and in terms of our contribution. Next slide, please. Just see, next slide, please. So it is, font is very small. I will read it out. Among the globally ranked 500 universities in the world, see the share of the different countries. 130 countries in the world participate in this. And out of 2,526 universities in the world participate in this, out of them 46 are Indian universities, and among top 500, only 6 Indian universities are reached there, could reach there. And therefore, there is tremendous scopes for us to enter into the 500 top universities in the world. And I personally feel, if we decide so, in next 2 decades, by 2047, our number can reach to 100 universities reaching in the top 500. That can happen if China could do that, if Korea could do that, Japan could do that, Singapore could do that, even Saudi Arabia can do that. Why can't India can't do that? We can do that. For that, we need that kind of spirit and contribution and investment as desired in NEP 2020, which expects 6% of GDP investment into the higher education. If you see the numbers of the top 500 universities, from America, there are 197. सबसे ज़्यादा यूनिवर्सिटीज यूएसए की है, यूके की, फ्रॉम यूके 90 यूनिवर्सिटीज, फ्रॉम चाइना 71 यूनिवर्सिटीज, फ्रॉम जर्मनी 45 यूनिवर्सिटीज, फ्रॉम ऑस्ट्रेलिया 38 यूनिवर्सिटीज, फ्रॉम कनाडा 27 यूनिवर्सिटीज, from France 25 universities, from Japan 23 universities, South Korea 21 universities, and from India we have only 6 universities. So I personally feel that as a country, India needs to re-engineer its higher education system. It will not happen just by government, or it will not happen just by private organization. It will happen with the leaders of the universities, the we faculty members, deans, director, HODs, who want to contribute, because research is not available in the market. R&D is not available in the market. We have to do research and the quality research, and then only we can make a mark of our country and create an imprint of ourselves in the world level, world map, that yes, India is a country of talent and it can make impact globally, which is very important. I would like to conclude this session with a quote published by United Nations International Center of Higher Education Research, INCHER, United Nations International Center for Higher Education Research. What it says, listen carefully. When countries lose their base for academic excellence, when countries lose their base for academic excellence, how? Through outdated policies. Our policies should not be outdated. They should be relevant. They should be resilient. They should be futuristic. They should be competitive. Through outdated policies. Neglected institutions. Vacant positions of the faculty in public and private universities are not filled. Enough number of teachers are not appointed. They are on the contract basis or the clock hour basis. So instability lives in their mind. And because of that, institutions are neglected. Their laboratories are not upgraded. The institutions are not well maintained. The universities or colleges, they don't have enough money to invest. Financially, they are in crunch. And the government institutions are also not providing them sufficient amount of finances required for upgradation and quality enhancement. So therefore, when countries lose their base for academic excellence through outdated policies, neglected institutions, and exodus of their graduates, when the brain drain happens, hundreds and thousands of talented people go abroad and settle there. It's a great loss to the country as a human capital. We lose human capital. It doesn't mean that people are living. It means that knowledge is living, talent is living, which is able to empower our country. They are living. Woefully inadequate in research. So inadequacy in research is also equally important. So we have to be very competitive in terms of research. And because of this, losing base of academic excellence, outdated policies, neglected institution, exodus of the talented graduates, negligence of research, and we lose competitiveness in the global knowledge society. And because of this, we lose our competitiveness in a global knowledge society, and it will dwindle and eventually disappear. Those countries which are not focusing on higher education, which are not giving importance of higher education, quality of higher education, quality enhancement of higher education, unless and until we do that, we cannot be competitive. And there is a spirit in India to be very competitive by 2047. And I foresee when all the stakeholders, including governments, private sector, management, vice chancellors, deans, directors, all they are spirited, come together and come out of dirty politics, encourage each other, encourage talent. Don't look at their caste, religion, look at the merit. Meritocracy should be the principle. Then and then only quality people and quality student will come to our campuses, and then only our country will be globally competitive country in a knowledge economy, and then only the prosperity of India will happen. Thank you very much. Can we go for next PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gaurav. सर एकदा नाव सांगा ना प्लीज पीपीटीचं.
PPTचं नेक्स्ट आहे ते लीडरशिप
Leadership in higher
गवाने
education.
सर.
हाँ
गवाने सर, आप अंग्रेजी और हिंदी में बात करें तो अच्छा रहे.
करता हूँ श्योर. आपको मैं बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बोल रहा हूँ, फिर भी हिंदी में भी बीच में बोलूंगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर रिमाइंडिंग मी. Start from the first. Not this one, I think.
सर स्लाइड रिफ्लेक्ट व्हायला एखादा मिनिट लागू शकतो.
लागू द्या काही अडचण नाही. लागू द्या, नो प्रॉब्लेम.
मॅडम दिसत नाही का?
गौरव फिगर 1 दिसतोय पण फर्स्ट स्लाइड दिसत नाहीये.
मॅडम
इंट्रोडक्टरी स्लाइड असेल ना. एक मिनिट.
आहे. There's a yes, this one. Go to the first one.
फर्स्ट स्लाइड पाहिजे.
पहले स्लाइड पे जाइए. ये चौथा है. चार एक वर. ओपन होत आहे. मी सुरू करतो तोपर्यंत. पार्टिसिपेंट, इज इट गोइंग वेल? ठीक चल रहा है ना?
यस सर.
नहीं तो मैं बोलते जाऊंगा और फिर
Yes, this is the first slide.
Yes, correct. Now we are coming to the, we have seen the overall background of global higher education system, Indian higher education system, challenges before global higher education system, challenges before Indian higher education system in the context of NEP 2020, what to achieve, where to achieve. These are the very important background material and perspective which we should understand when we think of leadership. I personally feel that our higher education system lacks dynamic leadership. I'm a bit blunt, but I'm sorry. I could not use other words. There is a crisis of leadership in higher education system in India. It is surprising when higher education system creates human capital, manpower, human resources for all sectors of the activity of social life, domains, sectors. Then why there is a problem about leadership in higher education system itself? It is because Mostly our leaders are academicians. They excel in their discipline. They perform so well in their discipline. They are very good teachers. There may be excellent teachers. Many of them are, no doubt about that. Their research is also appreciable, no doubt about that. But leadership is not just being an academician or researcher, contributor, research paper writer. It is more than that. Leadership is not just managing the institutions, running the show as it is, maintaining the show as it is. Leadership is beyond that. And to look at the reality, वास्तविकता को देखने जाए तो ऐसा पता चलता है कि हमारे जो विश्वविद्यालय या महाविद्यालय के लीडर्स है, नेतागण है, चाहे वो प्राचार्य हो, कुलपति हो, उपकुलपति हो, डीन्स हो, डायरेक्टर हो, अधिष्ठाता हो, एचओडीज हो, उन्हें हमें लीडरशिप के बारे में, लीडरशिप लिटरेसी की बहुत जरूरत है. साक्षरता, नेतृत्व गुण के बारे में साक्षरता. They are not at fault. They are not being educated to be a leader. And they need to be educated, and therefore I appreciate and I congratulate the mission of Teachers Training Institution, Malviya Mission of Teachers Training Center, to undertake such a workshop. It should be widely applied to all stakeholders, important stakeholders who are decision makers, who are quality providers, who are curriculum designers, who are giving leadership to the teachers, students. Take an example. If I am a HOD of a department in a college or university, what is the scenario? There are exceptions, good exceptions. I appreciate that. I am not blaming everybody. But what we see and observe, that particular HOD or leader is not able to lead the team. Not only that, they are not able to develop the academic relationship with our colleagues. They have some pet people, बहुत प्यारे कलीग होते हैं जिनको सारी सहूलतें दी जाती हैं, और कुछ जो स्वाभिमानी होते हैं उनको सहूलतें नहीं दी जाती या उनको नकारा जाता है, उन पर अन्याय होता है. वही हाल ऊपरी स्तर पर हम जाएं, अधिष्ठाता हो, डीन्स हो, ये किसी एक व्यक्ति की बात नहीं है, प्रो वाइस चांसलर हो, तो leadership is altogether different. They must be properly trained, empowered to understand the strategy, leadership techniques, leadership approaches, developing relationship, being human, heart-driven leadership. There is a concept, heart-driven leadership. Very humanistic, sensible, keeping concern for everyone. That kind of leadership is required. And what we see on the ground, हम क्या देखते हैं जमीनी स्तर पर? बहुत कम अच्छे लोग नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, बहुत कम लोग ऐसे मिलते हैं कि जिसमें वो एक लीडरशिप की, नेतृत्व की महत्ता, गुणवत्ता उनमें हो, अपने टीम को साथ लेके चलने की क्षमता हो, सभी के साथ समन्वयी दृष्टिकोण हो, सभी को बढ़ावा देने का विचार हो, खुद के बजाय, खुद के हित के बजाय, थिंकिंग ऑफ वी, हम, मैं के बजाय हम की सोच हो, ये बहुत कम नजर में आता है. और उसमें हर्डल्स क्या है? जाति का हर्डल है, भाषा का हर्डल है, धर्म का हर्डल है, सोच का हर्डल है, नेतृत्व का हर्डल है। कोठरी रहती है, एक टीम होती है उनकी एक नेता है तो उसके आसपास 5-10 लोग होते हैं, वही लोग सब चलाते हैं, वही लोग बातें बताते हैं, सही अच्छा बुरा जो भी है उस पर वो अपना मत बनाते हैं, उस मत को बनाकर वैसे कार्यवाही करते हैं, कृति करते हैं। इट्स वेरी saddening. And therefore, let us understand what leadership in higher education means. Leadership is a purposive process which is inherently value-based. And those values are very important. Suppose any political pressure coming on my head as a Vice Chancellor, should I bow down or should I stand by the values? There is pressure for registration of a student for PhD on a guide. Political pressure, social pressure, caste pressure, religious pressure, language pressure, regional pressure. And if there is a talented guy, instead of giving opportunity to the person who gives political pressure, can we opt for the talented person who doesn't have any support? Political pressure. हमें भी अपने स्तर पर अपना डिटर्मिनेशन, तत्वनिष्ठा दिखानी पड़ेगी. And therefore, the leadership is a process that ultimately concerned with fostering change. हमें व्यवस्था में बदलाव लाना है, विश्वविद्यालय के हो या महाविद्यालय का हो. फोस्टरिंग, बदलाव को लाना है, बदलाव को दिशा देना है, बदलाव को शक्ति देनी है, बदलाव को दिशा देनी है, वही लीडरशिप है. और जब हम देखते हैं आसपास, हमें दुख होता है कि ऐसा कोई बदलाव मोटे तौर पर, मोटे स्तर पर, मोटा मोटी हमें दिखने को कम मिलता है. In contrast, the notion of management which suggests preservation or maintenance, हम अच्छे से मैनेज कर रहे हैं, चाहे विश्वविद्यालय हो, महाविद्यालय हो, मेरा डिपार्टमेंट हो. मैनेज करना है मीन्स प्रिजर्व करना है. जो चल रहा है वो वही तरीके से चलना है, जो चल रहा है वैसे ही निभाना है. Maintaining and preserving whatever the patterns and legacy. We have to break legacy for change, for betterment, for quality enhancement. Are we doing that? Barring respected few exceptions, it's a sorry state of affairs. So therefore, from wherever we are now, for future, that condition will be different. And therefore, it is a sense implied in the change, and that change based on desired values, and accordingly, inherently, those values are required to be protected. No tolerance about merit. This can be one value. No discrimination against any ills, caste, religion, language, state, whatsoever. University, universal thinking. Saying yes to merit and saying no to pressures. It's a big thing. And that is the leadership. So inherently, it is value-based. And we people have to be very principled. इन तत्वों को, इन मूलभूत धारणाओं को हमें सजा के, संजोग के रखना है, और तभी हम बदलाव ला सकते हैं. Leadership is change maker, and that change maker, being a change agent, we all teachers are change agent. In chemistry, we put some variable and see the changing process, whether it is happening or not. Likewise, the leader is a change maker, change agent. And if change is not being made, it is not being impacted, it is not being seen, it is not being visualized, then what's use? I know one past vice chancellor of one university. When he took charge, he was so dynamic. He took a mission against copy and destroyed the means and methods of copy. He curtailed corruption. He improved recruitment of teachers. He created an academic environment, academic culture, research culture, promoted academics in every department, every institution, in affiliated colleges. Therefore, leader is a person who gives new thoughts. He becomes a change agent, variable for change, and makes and contributes fostering the change. That is very important. Now, next slide. What is leadership styles? We understand now what is the importance of leadership, and then we'll come to the different styles of leaderships in higher education. I'm focusing only on higher education, and that is the topic we are discussing today. The governance and leadership of higher education is a big challenge, and it is in crisis, and we have to overcome. I appreciate the UGC's policy to offer such short courses of sensitizing and educating education leaders in the higher education. Next slide, please. Leadership style. What is leadership style? Leadership style is the way you behave. It's your unique way of making decisions and interacting with your others or colleagues, stakeholders. It is how you use your time. As a leader in college or university, it's the way you take actions, give directions, inspire people, stakeholders, and manage others that matters. Your style has an impact on how you plan and work with the stakeholders, students, faculty, as well as your team, society at large. So you have to make impact. You have to change approaches, strategies, devise strategies to sort out plan. We should be change maker. We should not worried about what will happen. There will be conflict, there will be unrest, there will be this issue, that issue. Don't run away from the issues. If you are doing, your intent is good for the betterment of the students, of the organization, for the university or college, you should stand firm on that. हमें उस पर डटे रहना चाहिए कि जो बात अच्छी है, उसका इंटेंट अच्छा है, गंतव्य अच्छा है, प्रयास अच्छा है, करने की कोशिश अच्छाई के लिए है, तो हमें डटे रहना चाहिए. That is what leadership style is. And I know there are very few quality leaders. Very few. And therefore, there is a dearth of quality leaders. अकाल पड़ता है ना, एक तरह से मन के नेतृत्व का अकाल पड़ा हुआ है. एक तरह से हमें इरिगेट करना पड़ेगा डेजर्ट को, और अच्छे अच्छे नेतृत्व को आगे खड़ा करना चाहिए. ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. Coming to the values of leadership. In the broadest sense, we see the purpose of leadership as encompassing the following values. Which are they? To create supportive environment where people can grow thrive and live in the peace with each other. एक तरह से एक माहौल ऐसा खड़ा करना चाहिए कि लोग अपने अपने करियर में आगे आगे जा सके, बहुत ही आगे जा सके. दे शुड थ्राइव, दे शुड फील दैट यही एक संस्था है, ये एक विभाग है, यही एक इंस्टीट्यूशन है जहां मेरे करियर को बहुत बढ़ावा मिल रहा है. एनकरेजमेंट, culture of academics, culture of research, culture, supportive environment, live in peace with one another. तो राजनीति चलती है, एक दूसरे के खिलाफ माहौल बनाया जाता है, कुछ काड़ी बादर होते हैं, गलत फहमियां करते हैं और उससे माहौल खराब हो जाता है. ये बहुत चिंतनीय स्थिति है. बट एक्चुअली सही लीडर क्या करता है? तो क्रिएट सपोर्टिव एनवायरनमेंट वेयर पीपल कैन ग्रो एंड थ्राइव एंड लिव इन द पीस विद वन अनदर. The next value, promote harmony with nature, thereby providing sustainability for future generations. हम लोग जानते हैं क्लाइमेट चेंज का बहुत बड़ी समस्या है विश्व के सामने, और किसी एक देश के लिए नहीं, पूरे विश्व के लिए. पृथ्वी माता संकट में है. जहां हम जी सकते हैं, रह सकते हैं, हमारी आगे की नस्लें जहाँ रहेगी, उसे हम खराब करते जा रहे हैं, डिस्ट्रॉय करते जा रहे हैं, नुकसान पहुंचा रहे हैं. और देयरफॉर शाश्वत विकास के लिए, सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स के लिए हमें क्लाइमेट रिस्टोरेशन करना है. और क्लाइमेट रिस्टोरेशन के लिए कॉलेजेस और यूनिवर्सिटी समाज को नेतृत्व दे सकती है. एक सिंपल सी मैं बात करता हूँ. कोई भी कॉलेज का प्राचार्य हो या नेता हो या डायरेक्टर हो या यूनिवर्सिटी के विभागाध्यक्ष, डीन्स हो, प्रो वाइस चांसलर, वाइस चांसलर हो, उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि हम हमारे हर एफिलिएटेड कॉलेज में और हमारे कैंपस में, कैंपस के बाहर सोशल फॉरेस्ट्री, सामाजिक वनीकरण विभाग से जमीन लेकर 15-20 एकड़ का फॉरेस्ट खड़ा करेंगे नया. हमारे छात्र है, बहुत बड़ी शक्ति है, उनको साथ लेके हम कर सकते हैं. और आज 67,000, अराउंड 70,000, 70,000 महाविद्यालय है, कॉलेजेस है. और ये 70,000 हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन ने तय किया, उच्च शिक्षा संस्थानों ने तय किया, तो हम अपने देश में एक बहुत बड़ा फॉरेस्ट का, मिनी फॉरेस्ट का एक बहुत बड़ा नेटवर्क खड़ा कर सकते हैं. और ग्रीन हैबिट्स, पर्यावरण की रक्षा के लिए ग्रीन हैबिट्स, जैव विविधता के लिए सोच और कृति बच्चों को साथ लेके कर सकते हैं. उनको दिया जाए ये विचार तो घर में देंगे, गांव में देंगे और अपने आगे वाली नस्ल को भी दे देंगे, तो ही हम हमारी पृथ्वी को बचा सकते हैं. दैट हार्मोनी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. मदर अर्थ एंड ह्यूमन बीइंग्स protecting together, moving together. The third is to create communities of reciprocal care and shared culture and environment. Every person matters, and take care of every person's welfare. Respect each other, support each other, irrespective of anything. सभी को सम्मान दे दीजिए, सभी को सपोर्ट दे दीजिए और सभी के विकास के लिए कार्य करिए. इस तरह की सोच हमारे कैंपस में आनी चाहिए. तो समाज में जो कुरीतियां हैं, जो खराब वातावरण है, गुनाहगारी है, उसके लिए सॉल्यूशन कौन देगा? यूनिवर्सिटीज और कॉलेजेस ही देंगे. उन्हें दिखाना चाहिए अपने कर्तव्यगारी से, अपने वर्तन से कि एक अच्छा समाज क्या होता है, इस महाविद्यालय में जाओ। अच्छा कॉलेज क्या होता है, इस महाविद्यालय में जाओ, और आपको पता चलेगा कि हमारा समाज कैसा बनना चाहिए, कैसा रहना चाहिए। ये वैल्यू सिस्टम है लीडरशिप की, और लीडरशिप की सोच वही कुंठित नहीं रहनी चाहिए, कूप मुंडकृत्य नहीं चाहिए, बहुत व्यापक और चिंतनशील, सर्वे पे सुखिना संतु, इस भाव से काम करना चाहिए। सर्वे भद्रानी पश्यन्तु, सबके बारे में अच्छा सोचना चाहिए। इस तरह का एक नया विश्व अपने महाविद्यालय में, कॉलेजेस में और यूनिवर्सिटी में बनना चाहिए। आज के दौर में पूरे विश्व में यूनिवर्सिटीज को कहा जाता है, यूनिवर्सिटीज आर नॉलेज नेशंस, ज्ञान के राष्ट्र है विश्वविद्यालय और महाविद्यालय। और ज्ञान का राष्ट्र अलग ही होना चाहिए, उसका व्यवहार, उसका वातावरण, उसका परस्पर संबंध, उनकी इंटीग्रिटी, एकात्म भाव ऐसा होना चाहिए कि आदर्श समाज अगर देखना है तो कॉलेज में जाइए और विश्वविद्यालय में जाइए, वहां आप देख पाएंगे। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। So this is the structural organization of the leadership in higher education. You can study it deeply. What are the structural organizational systems? The individual impact is very important. Personal, professional identity and relationship, personal qualities, experience, role, proactive roles, involvement, co-creation. Then resources are to be provided by the structural and organization, system and practices, developmental approaches of the group and community, organization culture is to be created, research culture is to be created. ये सारी चीजें हमें shared aims and values and purpose and goals, social identity in the public life, perspective of the public about the your college or your organization, all these contextual, social, organizational, structural things are very important in terms of leadership in higher education, and we should look at that. Next please. Now coming to the different leadership styles, we'll take a review in next 15 minutes. Next slide please. Transformational leadership, and what we need now is the transformational leadership. Because we are living in a age where there is a volatility, where there is unpredictability, uncertainty, when there is ambiguity, and all these elements, in that elements, our mindset should be re-engineered. हमारी सोच में बदलाव आना चाहिए, हमारे वर्तन में बदलाव आना चाहिए, हमारे विचारक के रूप में, चिंतक के रूप में बदलाव आना चाहिए। ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, बदलाव, यही एक चीज है कि जो इंसानी कर सकता है। इंसानी बदल सकता है, इंसानी बिगड़ सकता है। So transformational leadership style is one most widely studied and applied in higher education. It is characterized by leaders who inspire and motivate their followers by creating vision, fostering innovation, and encouraging personal and professional development. Transformational leaders are known for their ability to engage, inspire team, build trust, and drive positive change. बदलाव का नेतृत्व की शैली जो है बहुत अहम है, इंपॉर्टेंट है आज के दौर में। मैं एक उदाहरण देता हूं फोस्टरिंग इनोवेशन का। न्यू कैसल यूनिवर्सिटी है, और न्यू कैसल यूनिवर्सिटी ने एक प्रोफेसर है फिजिक्स के, उन्होंने एक नया इन्वेंशन किया, जो हम सोलर पैनल्स देखते हैं, भारत में काफी उसका उपयोग हो रहा है solar panels. By doing research for last 15 years, he has developed printable solar panels. The great invention. So like paper or cloth, हम उसे स्प्रेड कर सकते हैं. प्रिंटेबल सोलर पैनल्स. विश्वविद्यालय ने उनको अनुसंधान के लिए पैसा दिया, गवर्नमेंट ने उनको अनुसंधान के लिए पैसा दिया, समय दिया, और 15 साल के बाद उनके टीम ने, जिसमें अनेक देशों के संशोधक थे, रिसर्चर्स थे, सब ने मिलकर एज अ टीम उन्होंने ये इन्वेंशन किया. उसका पेटेंट उनको मिला. इतना ही नहीं, उसका डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करने के लिए, पायलट प्रोजेक्ट करने के लिए विश्वविद्यालय ने उनको सोलर प्रिंटेबल पेपर्स और क्लॉथ तैयार करने के लिए, छपवाने के लिए प्रेस भी दे दी, जिससे वो सोलर स्प्रेडेबल प्रिंटेबल सोलर पैनल्स तैयार करने की सुविधा विश्वविद्यालय में प्रोवाइड की गई उस प्रोफेसर को और उनके टीम को, और उसका भी कॉपीराइट मिला है. और 2025 में अभी उसका कमर्शियल प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है. और ये केवल जैसा पेपर हम स्प्रेड करते हैं वैसा स्प्रेड करने का है. उसकी लागत कम है, उसकी ड्यूरेबिलिटी ज़्यादा है, और इससे सोलर एनर्जी पैदा की जाती है, जनरेट की जाती है. और आपको ये सुनकर बहुत अच्छा लगेगा कि एक प्रोफेसर की एक कल्पना अरबों डॉलर्स का इनकम उस विश्वविद्यालय को देने वाली है. एक ही रिसर्च. अपने पास तो सूर्य की ऊर्जा अपने देश में गिफ्टेड है, अपना देश, लेकिन उस सूर्य ऊर्जा को एक सिंपल, ड्यूरेबल, लो कॉस्ट एनर्जी डिवाइस के रूप में करने के लिए जिस तरह से उस प्रोफेसर ने काम किया, उस तरह का माहौल, उस तरह का सपोर्ट, उस तरह का रिसर्च एनवायरनमेंट हमारे पास नहीं है, तो इनोवेशन फोस्टर होगा कैसे? मैं मराठी में हमेशा कहता हूँ, हमारे कॉलेजेस और विश्वविद्यालय में आमतौर पर माहौल कैसा होता है? हम मराठी में कहते हैं, संशोधक अडवा, संशोधक जिरवा. Those who want to do research, उनके लिए ऑब्स्टेकल्स खड़े करो, और उनकी अनुसंधान करने की जी इच्छा है, जिज्ञासा है, उसे खत्म कर दो. इस तरह का माहौल अपने पास है, तो उससे कैसे होगा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन? तो यूनिवर्सिटी मीन्स रिसर्च, यूनिवर्सिटी मीन्स नॉलेज, यूनिवर्सिटी मीन्स नॉलेज क्रिएशन, नॉलेज एप्लीकेशन, इम्पैक्टिंग ऑन सोसाइटी, इम्पैक्टिंग इन द वर्ल्ड. इस तरह की बात हमें करनी है. तो वी आर द चेंज मेकर्स, वी आर द नॉलेज नेशंस. और इस तरह की सोच लेकर हमें हर व्यक्ति ने आगे जाना बहुत जरूरी है. नेक्स्ट प्लीज, नेक्स्ट प्लीज, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. Next is the transactional leadership. Transactional leadership, go back please. Transactional. Go to transactional. Yes, yeah. So in transactional leadership style, it is in contrast. It's clear, structured, reward and distinctiveness. Leader adopt styles typically operate within a hierarchical structure and focus on completion of tasks, performance goals, maintaining orders. Like that, it's like one corporate is working. Universities in transactional leadership is often applied in administrative and operational roles, whereby efficiency and consistency are paramount. Leaders who employ transactional strategies emphasize accountability and effective in situation requiring clear direction and regulatory compliance. It's a structured system. And there is a hierarchy. And in that hierarchy, regulations are being made. So very structured and very formal kind of system is there, and there is no flexibility in that. Very structured system in transactional. So roles are defined, the authorities are defined, processes are defined, and goals are defined, and we expect to comply that. But it is found that in university system, such kind of system doesn't work. Many try to be like that, autocrat, bureaucrat, like that, but that doesn't happen. So transactional leadership style is not advisable in a university system, in my humble opinion. Next, please. It's a structured leadership style. ये प्रस्तावना है, तो कोई एक शिक्षक कुलपति के पास जा नहीं सकता, प्राचार्य के पास जा नहीं सकता, उसे एचओडी के थ्रू ही आना है। प्रोसेस है, हायरार्की के थ्रू जाना है, डायरेक्ट कोई किसी से मिल नहीं सकता है, स्ट्रक्चर्ड है, और जो दिया जिम्मा है वही करना है। उसके परे कुछ सोच है, विचार है, वो नहीं हो सकता। नेक्स्ट प्लीज, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। प्लीज सेव माय टाइम। Distributed leadership. This is in contrast with the structured kind of transactional leadership style. In this, there is a collaborative approach. And in that, leader give the emphasis on delegation of authority and power and responsibility to others, various levels. So it's a kind of distribution of power and authority to all units of university or. So shared governance is there, principle of shared governance. So not one person taking decision. The process of decision making is divided, distributed among all leaders of the organization. And till end of faculty, staff, and students are also actively involved in shaping the institution's direction and development. So this distributed leadership is also considered as one of the appreciable leadership styles, where all are involved, every stakeholder is participant, and everybody's ideas and vision is also encouraged. And this model is collective model, participant of development. Next, please. Next, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. This is the servant leadership model. In the servant leadership concept, it is developed by Robert Winleaf. And he says the leader considers himself as a servant of the team, servant of the organization. और एक सेवा भाव से अपने कलीग की सेवा करता है, विद्यार्थियों की सेवा करता है, व्यवस्थापन की सेवा करता है, कोलैबोरेशन, ट्रस्ट के आधार पर डिसीजन मेकिंग करता है। तो सर्वेंट लीडरशिप इज हाईली इफेक्टिव इन अ यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम in which inclusive culture, promoting diversity, encouraging collaborative research and teaching is considered. जो मैं खुद को एक लीडर समझ रहा हूँ, वो अहंता मेरे मन में है, अहंकार है, तो हम सबको साथ लेके नहीं जा सकते हैं, और उससे डिस्टेंस क्रिएट होता है, अंतर तैयार होता है, और जब अंतर तैयार होता है तो संवाद अच्छे से नहीं होता है, और संवाद नहीं होता है तो सही सत्य जो है हमारे सामने आता नहीं है, और फिर सत्य सामने नहीं आता है तो डिसीजंस, जो निर्णय होते हैं वो गलत होते हैं, उसके परिणाम भी गलत होते हैं। और इसकी सोच अगर ध्यान में रखते हैं तो हमें कोई भी ऐसा विश्वविद्यालय का या महाविद्यालय का जो प्रमुख है, वो अगर ये सोचता है कि मैं संस्था का सेवक हूँ और मुझे संस्था की सेवा करनी है, और सेवा करने के लिए मैं हूँ, और सबकी सोच विचार से मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, उनमें से मैं एक हूँ, फर्स्ट अमंग इक्वल्स, इस तरीके की सोच रखकर अगर कोई काम करता है तो एक टीम वर्क बनता है और कोलैबोरेटिव काम होता है, साथ में सब साथ खड़े रहते हैं। और सर्वेंट लीडरशिप, अगर मैं ही प्रमुख हूँ, कुलपति हूँ, और मैं ही प्रिंसिपल हूँ, और मैं ही मेरे दिमाग में कोई अहंता नहीं है, अहंकार नहीं है, मैं ही सेवा भाव से काम करता हूँ, तो सबको लगता है कि हमें भी काम करना चाहिए। तो इस तरीके के बहुत सारे लीडर्स मैंने देखे कि उनमें काफी सेवा भाव होता है और कोई अंतर नहीं रखते हैं और बहुत समर्पित भाव से वो विश्वविद्यालय के या महाविद्यालय का काम करते हैं। छोटी छोटी चीजों में भी वो सबको विश्वास में लेकर ट्रस्ट वर्दी बनकर सबके साथ सब पर विश्वास रखते हुए काम करते हैं। उससे डाइवर्सिटी, विविधता को भी उत्तेजना मिलती है और उससे संस्था का भी अंतिमता हित होता है। नेक्स्ट प्लीज। नेक्स्ट प्लीज। लेजी फेयर लीडरशिप एक कंसेप्ट है जिसे कहते हैं हैंड ऑफ लीडरशिप। उसमें सबको पूरा के पूरा फ्रीडम दिया जाता है। ये तो इकोनॉमिक्स से आई हुई कंसेप्ट है। सो डेलीगेशन ऑफ पावर, डेलीगेशन ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग टू स्टाफ मेंबर्स, ये जो अप्रोच है उससे ये होता है कि कम से कम डायरेक्शन दिया जाता है, कम से कम ऑर्डर दी जाती है और टीम को ही स्वतंत्र रूप से अपने अपने निर्णय लेने की क्षमता प्रदान की जाती है, उन्हें सक्षम किया जाता है। In private universities, this kind of self-directed freedom decision-making process is also in abroad. This is clear-cut used and applied, of which the freedom in the universities and colleges is being implemented and decision-making process is distributed, and because of that, things move faster and easily. And at the same time, there is a responsibility also. So the leader, top leader, only supervise the whole thing and observe that what is happening at what stage, where, how, where there is a problem, then only he will intervene and solve the problems. That kind of approach is in this style. Next, please. Adaptive leadership, yeah. So adaptive leadership is another pattern of style of leadership in higher education. Given the complexity of the challenges faced by the higher education sector, ability to adopt leadership strategies in a dynamic environment is crucial. Adaptive leadership focuses on leaders' ability to diagnose the problem, challenge assumptions, and implement solutions. So adaptability is changing as per the situation, as per the challenge, as per the problem. जैसे समस्या उद्भव समस्या का, तो उसका समाधान करने के लिए हमें आप में बदलाव करना चाहिए, सोच में बदलाव करना चाहिए कि जो सिचुएशन आई, एक स्थिति पैदा हुई है, कॉम्प्लेक्स है, उस पर काफी सोच विचार करने की जरूरत है, उसका सॉल्यूशन निकालने की जरूरत है। अगर हम क्या कहते हैं, स्टीरियोटाइप रहे या बंधनों में दे रहे, तो हम फ्लेक्सिबल नहीं होते हैं, वो जो लवचिकता है वो नहीं रहती, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी नहीं रहती है। इसलिए एडाप्टिव लीडरशिप है कि जैसे जैसे जो भी चैलेंज जैसे जैसे आता है सामने, एज पर दैट we have to change our strategies, we have to change our policies, we have to change our practices, and refrain our mission, हमारा दृष्टिकोण, अपना विजन मिशन, सारी चीजों में जैसे जरूरत होगी वैसे बदलाव करने की जरूरत है। जैसे हमें कोरोना पीरियड में काफी महासंकट आ गए पूरे विश्व में, तो पूरे विश्वविद्यालय ने, हायर एजुकेशन सेक्टर ने और बाकी सेक्टर में बदलाव को सामना करने के लिए आप में बदलाव लाया है। तो ये है कि एक लवचिक है, फ्लेक्सिबल है, जो भी स्थिति पैदा होती है उसका समाधान निकालने के लिए दिस काइंड ऑफ लीडरशिप स्टाइल इज वेरी यूजफुल। Yes, please. Next. Yeah. Hello. Yes. Hello. हेलो, अभी ये अगला पीपीटी लेना है।
सर कोणता घ्यायचा त्याच्यामध्ये?
ते हे बघ, न्यू लीडरशिप स्किल सेट. मिळालं का?
हो भेटलं भेटलं एक मिनिट. सर आज आहे का?
ओपन होते ते. Yes, yes. Perfectly right.
Oh.
Go to next slide. दूसरी स्लाइड हे करा, डिस्प्ले करा. हाँ. With the changing scenario, the present world of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, VUCA, and changing dimensions of the situations, drastic changes in the technology. What are the new kind of skill sets are required for the leaders in higher education? Please mute your phones. It is disturbing. So, see the concept. The first new skill required is anticipatory thinkers. Leaders have to become anticipatory thinkers. It can be a department, it can be a school, it can be a person can be a dean, or he can be university leader as the vice chancellor, pro vice chancellor, whosoever, the management practitioner, everyone who are providing leadership. In that, in the crisis situation of today's times, where volatility is too high, uncertainty is unpredictable, in that situation, every leader is required to develop skills of anticipatory thinker. He has to be anticipatory thinker. जैसे कहते हैं कि अनुमान करने वाले विचारक, अनुमान करना चाहिए क्या हो सकता है, क्या होगा, व्हाट आर द पॉसिबिलिटीज, क्या क्या संभावना है. ये 3-4 संभावना है. प्रिडिक्टेबिलिटी इज एसेंशियल. आगे क्या होगा, तकनीक में क्या होगा, समाज में क्या होगा, कौन सी समस्याएं खड़ी होगी, संस्था में क्या होगा, संस्था का अर्थकारण कैसे होगा, क्या क्या बदलाव हो सकते हैं. चाहे वो स्टूडेंट की संख्या कम हो, एडमिशंस कम, या रिसर्च क्वालिटी का ना हो, जो भी चीजें हैं उसमें बदलाव लाने के लिए हमें सोचना पड़ेगा कि एंटीसिपेटरी थिंकिंग करना है. संभावनाओं की सोच चाहिए, और तो ही हम एंटीसिपेटरी थिंकर अगर हम बनते हैं एज अ लीडर इन हायर एजुकेशन. We can be head of the department, we can be director, deans, pro vice chancellor, principal, vice chancellor, HODs, whatever. मेरे सब्जेक्ट में या मल्टी डिसिप्लिन्स में क्या क्या बदलाव हो सकते हैं, इस पर हमें सोचकर, इसके बारे में पढ़कर, इसके बारे में लिंक्डइन जैसे ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म जो है, प्रोफेशनल नेटवर्क है, उसमें जाके, मुझे पता नहीं आप में से कितने लोग लिंक्डइन पर है, लेकिन लिंक्डइन पर आप प्रोफेशनल सोशल नेटवर्क है, उसमें रहने से आपको नई दिशाएं, नए विचार, नए सोच, नया राइटिंग पढ़ने को मिलता है। और अनेक विविध विषयों के जो एक्सपर्ट है, प्रोफेशनल्स है, इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स है, सबसे आपका संपर्क आ सकता है और उनसे आप काफी सारी चीजें सीख ले सकते हो। एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ एंटिसिपेटरी थिंकिंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं कोई अपना गौरव नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैंने लिंक्डइन से काफी सीखा है और मेरे आज 30,000 के ऊपर लोग मुझसे जुड़े हुए हैं, पूरे विश्व भर के, पूरे देश भर के, अलग अलग डिसिप्लिन के, अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट के, अलग अलग इंडस्ट्री के, और उनके बारे में और उनकी सोच में पढ़ता हूँ, उनके बारे में जानता हूँ, तो मुझे समझ में आता है कि इनोवेशन किस तरह से, एक अलग ही एक व्याख्यान का विषय है इनोवेशन, लेकिन किस तरह से इनोवेशन हो रहा है। हमारे यहाँ शुगर केन होता है, तो शुगर केन, ब्राजील भी एक देश है जो शुगर केन से शक्कर पैदा करता है, शुगर इंडस्ट्री में है, काफी आगे है इंडिया की जैसा। तो उन्होंने जो शुगर केन का जो वेस्ट है, बगैस कहते हैं उसको, उसका यूज करके उन्होंने रोड डेवलपमेंट के लिए उसका यूज किया, रिसाइकल किया, और रिसाइकल करने से रोड भी अच्छे हुए हैं, स्टडी हुए हैं, और उसके साथ का जो बगैस है, वेस्ट है, वो भी रिसाइकल हुआ। सो रिसाइकलिंग टेक्नोलॉजी। और एक मैं उदाहरण में दे दूंगा इनोवेशन का। हमारी एक मित्र है, पूना में है, वो दादर नगर हवेली की है, यहाँ ट्राइबल्स काफी मात्रा में है, गोवा के पास। तो उन्होंने बचपन में ही देखा था कि वहाँ की ट्राइबल महिलाओं को कोई काम नहीं है, तो उन्हें सोचा था कि मैं जब पढ़ के आऊंगी तो इन महिलाओं के लिए कुछ करूंगी, और सस्टेनेबिलिटी, शाश्वत विकास के लिए करूंगी, और गांधीयन प्रिंसिपल पर करूंगी। तो उन्होंने अमेरिका से एमटेक किया सस्टेनेबिलिटी में, और कर आने के बाद उन्होंने सोचा कि सस्टेनेबिलिटी काम करना है, तो उन्होंने, प्लास्टिक बहुत खराब चीज है, नैनो पार्टिकल जाते हैं, प्लास्टिक खराब नहीं होता, 200 साल रहता है, इससे बेहतर है कि उसको रिसाइकल किया जाए। तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि उनका आर चरखा नाम की कंपनी, रिसाइकलिंग चरखा, आर चरखा नाम है कंपनी का, स्थापित की, और प्लास्टिक वेस्ट इकट्ठा करके उन महिलाओं को उसको मोल्ड करके उसका धागा बनाना, चरखा बना के दिया, और चरखे से वो धागा बना रही है, प्लास्टिक को मोल्ड करके धागा बना रही है। और उन धागों को लेकर पूना में उन्होंने अपनी फैक्ट्री बनाई, और वहां 200 प्रोडक्ट उस धागे से वो बनाते हैं। प्लास्टिक भी नष्ट हो गया, उसका रिसाइकलिंग उपयोजन भी हो गया, और वो लोगों के काम में भी आ गया। इस तरीके की सोच, और उन्होंने ट्राइबल महिलाओं को काम भी दे दिया, एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी दे दी, रोजगार भी दे दिया। इस तरीके का इनोवेशन करने की सोच रखने वाले यूथ को हमें तैयार करना है, और उसे एंटिसिपेटरी थिंकर्स की बहुत जरूरत है। क्या होगा, कैसे जा सकते हैं, जॉब्स कम हो रहे तो उसका पर्याय क्या हो सकता है, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप हो सकती है क्या, उद्योजकता हो सकती है, उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए, किस किस क्षेत्र में हम, हमारे पास के जो रिसोर्सेस है उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए हम उस तरीके का काम कर सकते हैं। इस तरीके की सोच की जरूरत है। दूसरा स्किल सेट है रिस्क टॉलरेंट अप्रोच, सपोर्टिव ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी एंड इनोवेशन। तो हमारे महाविद्यालय में या विश्वविद्यालय में जो चल रहा है वैसे ही चल रहा है, सालों से कोई बदलाव नहीं है, वही तरीका, वही क्लासरूम, वही शिक्षक, वही बच्चे, वही तरीका। जग बदल रहा है, हम बदल नहीं रहे हैं, तो उससे तो रिस्क आएगी, संकट आएगा, और हमें संकट के भीति से, भय से भागना नहीं है। संकट अच्छे होते हैं, जैसे किसी ऐड में कहते हैं डाग अच्छे होते हैं, वैसे संकट भी अच्छे होते हैं, क्योंकि जब बड़ा संकट आता है तो उससे निपटने का, उसका सामना करने की शक्ति भी हमारी जागृत होती है। तो हमारे कॉलेज और विश्वविद्यालय को और हमारे डिपार्टमेंट को जहाँ एडमिशन नहीं होती है, जहाँ बच्चों को जॉब नहीं मिलता है, ऐसे सिचुएशन को कैसे फेस करना है, कैसे बदलाव लाना है, उस पर हमने क्रिएटिविटी से, सृजनशीलता से और नावीन्यता का उपयोग करते हुए हमें रिस्क का सामना करने की शक्ति हमें अपनानी चाहिए, कमानी चाहिए. I will say you have to earn that power of risk, being a risk tolerant person, supportive of creativity and innovation, out of box thinking. किसी विषय में रोजगार नहीं मिलता है तो रोजगार कैसे मिलेगा, उसका व्यवसाय कैसे होगा, उसकी उद्योजकता कैसे होगी, समाज उपयोगी उसे कैसे रूपांतरित कर सकते हैं, उसको समाज को उपयोगी घटक बना के. This is very important. So we have to think, we have to be risk tolerant and supportive of creativity and innovation. And that innovation is very important. And combining with creativity, whatever the challenges we face, come across, we have to overcome that. And that kind of spirit of fighting the risks, challenges, and being supportive of creativity and innovation with our team. कोई ऐसा मसला नहीं है, कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है जिस पर हम मात नहीं कर सकते. There is no issue, no problem in the world which we can overtake, we can solve, we can provide solution. Universities and colleges are solution providers. There are problems will occur in every generation, every time, in every society, in every region, everywhere. But we have to be solution providers. जैसे मैं आपको बताता हूं, during the corona period we have seen everything was closed, hotels were closed, but during that period unicorn companies have emerged. Unicorn company means the startup companies using digital technologies, providing services to the people as a problem solver. Zomato निकला है, क्या है, कोरोना के काल में शुरू हुआ और 7 साल में एक कंपनी, ऐसी कंपनी जो स्टार्टअप है, अगर वो $1 बिलियन का बिजनेस करती है तो उसे कहते हैं यूनिकॉर्न कंपनी, UNICOR. इसके बारे में पढ़ सकते हो. So this is a solution provider. होटल्स बंद है लेकिन खाना नहीं मिल रहा है तो खाना पहुंचा देने का. So that kind of solution is provided by innovative thinking, creativity and innovation, applying digital technology for providing services. These are the symbols of innovation. There are 1,200 unicorn companies in the world who have become $1 billion companies. Out of them, 700 companies are either in USA or China. But India ranks third. And we have 120 unicorn companies. And 11 companies were born during the corona period by applying digital technologies. They created jobs. The food suppliers of Zomato and other companies, we know they are providing everything without investment, just technology-driven solutions. So that kind of risk-tolerant creativity and innovation is required. We should not have a fear of challenges. We translate that into an opportunity to innovate. And that's very important. अगर हमारे विश्वविद्यालय से, from our universities and colleges, एक भी यूनिकॉर्न कंपनी तैयार करने वाला कोई शख्स निकलता है, युवा निकलते हैं, विद्यार्थी निकलती है, तो वो तो जॉब क्रिएट करेंगे. और दे आर क्रिएटिंग जॉब्स thousands of jobs they are creating. So one person can create thousands of jobs. तो यूनिकॉर्न कंपनी जैसी कंसेप्ट, आइडिया, ड्रास्टिक आइडिया, डिसरप्टिव आइडिया लेकर अगर कोई आता है तो बदलाव होगा. एंड देयरफॉर द रिस्क टॉलरेंट लीडरशिप एंड स्किल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और किसी स्थिति से भयभीत न होते हुए उसे सामना करने की शक्ति हम में है, इंसान को दी हुई है, और उसका उपयोजन करना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट स्किल वी रिक्वायर इज courageous decision makers. We have to be very courageous decision makers. करेज चाहिए. जिसके पास करेज है वही कुछ कर सकता है. साहस चाहिए, और डिसीजन लेते समय भी साहस चाहिए. ऐसे कितने सारे उदाहरण मैं आपको दे सकता हूं, समय के पाबंदी से मैं नहीं दूंगा. लेकिन कोई व्यक्ति साहस करता है और जो 10,000 रुपए से व्यवसाय स्टार्ट करके अपने बलबूते पर 1-2 हजार करोड़ की बनाता है और 4-5 हजार लोगों को जॉब देता है. हमारे हनुमंत गायकवाड़ है. देयर इज वन पर्सन फ्रॉम पुणे, हनुमंत गायकवाड़. ही हैज क्रिएटेड ए भारत विकास ग्रुप, BVG, द कंपनी डेडिकेटेड फॉर क्लीनलीनेस. स्वच्छता की कंपनी है. एयरपोर्ट की सफाई करते हैं, यूनिवर्सिटीज की सफाई करते हैं, प्राइम मिनिस्टर होम की करते हैं, पार्लियामेंट की करते हैं, टेम्पल्स की करते हैं, मस्जिदों की करते हैं, इंडस्ट्री की करते हैं. He has employed more than 1 lakh people in his company. सफाई का उद्योग बना दिया. It's just innovation and creativity and courageous decision making which makes you bounce back and bounce forward. And to overcome the crisis, come out with the new ideas, disruptive innovation, and make it happen and change the society, change the employment structure, job reality, and create jobs. That kind of ability as a human being, as a creative person, as a person with innovation, in the age of ideas, in the age of collaboration, we can make mark on the world. And for that, I am suggesting you people, my friends, colleagues, now we are living in a network world. This world is also called a network world. Network, so one person being at any place in the world can connect himself or herself with 8 billion people. Interact with them, share ideas with them, collaborate with them, run business with them, earn money with them, share ideas with them, creativity with them, share culture with them. Cultural exchange can happen. Anything can happen. Because digitally we are connected with the world. Every person on the world. In next 5 years, every person on this world will be digitally connected with the smartphones. And if this is going to happen in next 4-5 years, it means that you can communicate, share, co-work, co-create with anybody in the world. That kind of situation was never there. Being at your place, being at your college, being at your institution, being at your village, being at your city, being at your domain, you can do anything. And therefore, to conclude my session, I would like to share you the very important thoughts said by great poet T.S. Eliot, and then my own expansion of a thought. Poet T.S. Eliot has said, Where is the life we have lost in living? वो चैतन्य कहाँ गया जो हम रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में निकल गया है, रहा नहीं. The spirit of human being, spirit of life should remain live. There is unrest in everybody's mind. Depression is in everybody's mind. One of the 5 people in the world, they are having mental stress. Why this stress? There is no life in the life. The poor people are saying, middle class is saying, rich people are saying, industrialists are saying. Where is the mental wealth we are having? Where is the life we have lost in living? Where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? ते ज्ञान कुठे आहे? आपण शहाणपणा हरवून बसलेलो आहोत. शहाणपणच नाही आपल्याकडे. ज्ञान आहे पण शहाणपण नाही आहे. There is no wisdom. Wisdom is a collective output of centuries of human generations based on their experiences of the world. We are losing wisdom and we are after knowledge. The wisdom is very important. That person may be illiterate, but he or she is possessing wisdom. Illiterate person may be possessing wisdom because he is a follower of oral tradition, literature of saint. जैसे कबीर है, कबीर ने कहा है, कुंभे बांधा जल रहे, जल बिन कुंभ न होए. Water is ever flowing. If you want to store water, we have to create घड़ा, घाघर बनाना है. Pot is required to store water. You cannot store water. Therefore, pot we have created. कुंभे बांधा जल रहे, जल बिन कुंभ न होए. अगर जल ही नहीं होता, वाटर ही नहीं रहता था, तो कुंभ कौन बनाता था? घागर कोणी बनवली असती? सो पाणी साठवून ठेवायचं तर घागर पाहिजे. अगर you have to store water, you need a pot to store it. कुंभे बांधा जल रहे, जल बिन कुंभ न होए. आगे कहते हैं संत कबीरदास, ज्ञाने बांधा मन रहे, मन बिन ज्ञान न होए. हमारा जो मन है, our mind is ever flowing like water. It's not stable. We can regulate our mind by knowledge, high quality knowledge. ज्ञाने बांधा मन रहे, मन बिन ज्ञान न होए. अगर if we are not involved, we are not passionate about knowledge, we are not interested in getting knowledge, upgrading ourselves, updating our knowledge, getting multidisciplinary reading, research, ideas, thinking, discussing, interacting, sharing. How we can get the quality knowledge? ज्ञाने बांधा मन रहे, मन बिन ज्ञान न होए. अगर हम, if we are not involved in knowledge gaining process, we cannot get knowledge. And if we don't get knowledge, we cannot reach to wisdom. If you don't reach to wisdom, there cannot be life in your life. It will be just living, mechanical living. And almost all people in the world have become mechanical animals. How to break that? That is what thought process is. That is what universities should contribute and speak. At the age of 71, I feel this badly, that we should create wisdom and life in our life. वो पूरा चैतन्य निकल जा रहा है. कहीं भी चैतन्य नहीं है. Everybody is with unrest, full of unrest, uneasy, in family, outside family, is in department, in college, in university, in society. What is this? Why we are, where we are wrong? Who will think about this? Only academicians will think. Only teachers will think. And they will demonstrate how to move ahead in this direction. That is our duty. My friends, lastly, let me conclude with one particular message we have read many a times. Think globally, act locally. We have read many a times. That is true. विश्व स्तर पर सोचना चाहिए और अपने स्तर पर उसकी कृति करनी चाहिए. Thinking globally, acting locally. But in a given situation of present times, network world, where we can connect with anyone in the world, anytime in the world, everywhere in the world, with our knowledge, with our capacity. मैंने उसको expand किया है. I have expanded that. Think globally, act globally. विश्व स्तर पर हम सोच भी सकते हैं और विश्व स्तर पर हम कृति भी कर सकते हैं. पूरे विश्व में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Digital platforms, cyber platforms are there to help us. Think globally, act globally. अब global citizen के रूप में we are global citizens and we can make impact globally in terms of knowledge of your subject, in terms of knowledge of your society, in terms of providing innovations in the society, providing creativity in whatsoever form. In whatsoever you're thinking, your mind is a powerhouse. It is far, far stronger than the CPU or the computer. We have to regulate our mind. That is what Sant Kabir has said. And acquire knowledge. और एक ऊंची स्थिति पर हमें पहुंचना है जहां से हम देश के लिए, समाज के लिए, मानवता के लिए, विश्व के लिए, निसर्ग के लिए काम कर सकेंगे, नेचर के लिए काम कर सकेंगे, पृथ्वी माता के लिए काम कर सकेंगे. Then there is, I have expanded that. Think locally, act locally. ये भी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है. This is also an opportunity. ये भी एक अवसर है कि हम स्थानिक और स्थानिक विषयों का समाधान प्रोवाइड करें. थिंक लोकली, एक्ट लोकली. आज के दौर में बहुत सारी समस्या है समाज में. There are many problems in the society. Who will provide solution? We teachers and our student, brilliant student, coming from society, from where many families, from rural background, different social background, they have a huge knowledge storehouse of experiences of their fathers, their generations, coming together and deploying that brain of all collaboratively for solving the problems of our society, local society. If crime is increasing, rapes are increasing, who are doing that? Are they from Pakistan or China? No, our own people around us, from our village, from our society, from our lane. They are doing that. Why they are doing that? What is the problem of their mind? Social sciences can provide solution. Psychology, sociology can provide solution to such situation. Think locally, act locally. लोगों को पीने के लिए पानी नहीं मिल रहा है. What is the solution? Our teachers of science can do that. Provide solutions. And lastly, I have expanded these 3 additional lines. Lastly, think locally, act globally. हमारे देश की विरासत 5000 सालों की है और इतने सारे लोग, इतनी सारी परंपराएं, इतनी सारी भाषाएं, उसमें सारा ज्ञान, इतना सारा विजडम हमारे देश में रचा हुआ है. आज के दौर में with modern thoughts, modern process, scientific application, जो गलत है, अंधश्रद्धा है, निकाल दो. लेकिन जो काम का है उसको पकड़ के, उसको लेके पूरे विश्व के लिए हम दे सकते हैं। जैसे खादी बनाई थी, खादी है हमारे, अगर जीन्स चलते हैं विदेश के, रफ टफ है, हमारी खादी भी रफ टफ है, इको फ्रेंडली है। Why can't we market that globally? Think locally, act globally. The jawar, bajra, and ragi, jari, badriani, and achni, they are the best, one of the best millets in the world. They are healthy food. Why can't we market jawar, bajra, and ragi in the world? Market it. Our food culture, our clothing, our art, our folk art, all these are very important components and giving lots of messages. Literature of science written by various states. The full of storehouse of wisdom is lying in our country. It is our duty to convert it into scientific methodology, test them, and give the solution to the world. Think locally, act globally. That is what we can do. And this can be done only when there are competent leaders in the universities and colleges. There are visionary leaders in the universities and colleges. There are anticipatory thinkers in the universities and colleges. There are riskers, those who want risk, those who don't have fear of risk, those who done innovation. ऐसे कहाँ हुआ है तो उसके उस तब करेंगे, नहीं कुछ भी हुआ है तो नई चीज है तो करेंगे. Any new thing which you suggest to your leader, they should experiment it. May we fail 10 times, doesn't matter. But we should be resilient, facing the changes and bounce forward. That is what new kind of skills our higher education leaders need. I'm thank you very much for all of you for listening carefully for such a long period. It's not digestible that one person talking and for 3 hours and you people are listening to me. I'm really grateful to you for your patient listening. I'm very emotional and thank you very much. I personally feel that I am able to sensitize you in few percentage that I have made you to think something about the present situation of higher education sector and how we can be the change maker and change agent. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Yes, thank you, sir.
We can take some
And
if anybody has. Or there are 15 minutes now.
yes, sir. पाटिल सर आप आपका माइक अनम्यूट करके आप
13 minutes.
क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं.
Actually, one more PPT was there, but time scanned and I can't do that. That's okay. That's okay, fine. But I think
Hello, sir.
need of the Malviya Teacher Training Center. Yeah, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Ramani from SR Institute of Science and Technology. You have given very excellent presentation, sir. One code word you have said that think locally, act globally. It's a very nice concept, sir. We learn a lot from you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate your feelings and opinion. Yeah.
Sir, I had a small question. This is Kamran from Mumbai.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Your both sessions were excellent. So there's one question. Right now in higher education, as in the previous session we were speaking, you were discussing about researches and all the funds and everything. So right now we have seen 2 or 3 days ago, there's a news that they're scrapping UGC and they're scrapping AICTE and everything, and they're making a common body. And when we're thinking of getting funds and grants, so what is the best way to apply for funds and grants for those people who are under us, who are studying under us, or even if we want funds and grants? So how can we go ahead with this thing?
Yeah, now the government of India has established a National Research Foundation. Okay. So now there is one single body for promoting research. Okay. And that national research mission is being taken up. For example, I was just speaking about the quantum technology. And there is a quantum technology mission undertaken by the government of India. And Mr. Karandekar is secretary now in Science and Technology Ministry. And he has initiated this. So a lot of research we can undertake under this national one single body of instead of University Grants Commission, we are having this one by one separate institution we are establishing as per NEP 2020. And there is a provision of funds made through that, and we can apply there. So there is a website, you can visit that. And Rashtriya Anusandhan Commission, right? So you can apply there. And in new structure of NEP 2020 has not come forth actually. Actually, by the time it should have been there, dismantling UGC, AICTE, NCTE, but it was expected that there will be National Education Commission of India, HECI, National Education Commission of India, HECI, but that has not happened. Actually, structural changes should have been taken first and then the other things. But I think it is in making. We hope that the UGC, AICTE, NCTE will be dismantled and one single unit, Higher Education Commission of India, will come in place. And it will have different bodies under it, like National Higher Education Regulatory Council. Instead of AGC, this will be Regulatory Council, National Higher Education Regulatory Council. Then National Accreditation Council for NAC, it will be there. Higher Education Grants Council will be there for giving the grants. And then General Education for formulating policies and curriculum and views about higher education. These bodies are yet to come in place, and I hope that it will come in place soon. It is very much required. Unless and until these institutions come up and grow up, then things as envisioned into the NEP will not come into existence. And allocation of budget 6% of GDP is not being done. Even our investment in R&D as the percentage of GDP is among the lowest in the world. It is less than 1%, 0.6 to 0.7 only. And the best is Israel, Korea. They are investing 4-5% of the GDP on R&D. So that is a big problem. And even our private sector industries are also not investing much on research and development. And our institutions are also not. Universities do not allocate a budget for research and development. Colleges are not allocating budgets. If they have a budget of 50 crores, they 5% of the budget from their own. Everybody says bring the grants from other sources, granting resources. Why can't we start investing from our own resources? Right? That is also required. Then the research culture will, improve in true sense. Yes. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question? I, Dr. Shahin Parveen.
Yeah.
Sir, in the starting of your session, first of all, thank you so much. You have given information and informative sessions. In the starting, you had told the 8 crises in the development of SDG goals 4. One of the crises is shortage of faculty.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. तो आई वांट टू नो सर कि ये इतना डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, यूजीसी के रूल के अकॉर्डिंग अपॉइंटमेंट हो रहे हैं, फिर भी शॉर्टेज ऑफ फैकल्टी क्यों? इट्स वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट सर.
If you study the present employment position department wise in the universities, you will find that in every university there is a shortage of faculty. Vacant positions are there, they are not filled. As per my assessment and information I have gathered, that there are around 2 lakh senior college positions, university positions are vacant in the country. And they are vacant since last 10, 15, 20 years. And contractual teachers are appointed. They are unstable. The institution is unstable. Quality of education is also at stake. Therefore, we have to attract talented people as a teacher. And if that we are not doing, maybe private or public, everywhere it is the same situation.
Yeah, definitely.
They are paid very pitiably. Sometime I say मनरेगा का जो मजदूर है उसे ज्यादा पैसे मिलते हैं हमारे contributory
teachers.
teachers के से. So it's a worst of situation. We have to come out. We can do the solutions. Our country is powerful enough financially to solve these issues, but this has to be prioritized. We are for.
तो सर ये इनिशिएटिव किसकी तरफ से लिया जाएगा कि ये जो शॉर्टेज है तो फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट तो आजकल बोलते कि सिर्फ प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स में ही जॉब देंगे, गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर्स में जॉब नहीं है, तो ये जो शॉर्टेज है किस तरह उसको ओवरलुक किया जा सकता है फिर?
We cannot overlook, if there are public institutions which are supported by the government, financed by the government, it is the duty of the government in converting India into a knowledge economy. We need education first. Education has to be first priority, education and health. And that investment is needed. It is not that there is no dearth of resources. Money is there. Okay. Only prioritizing what you want first is important. If Korea can do that, China can do that, Japan can do that, Singapore can do that, why can't India? This is my question. If they have changed drastically their higher education system, we also can change. It is just perspective and policy making that has to change. Private industries, private sector has to invest into in the research and development and universities. In private universities also, unaided colleges and all that, they don't engage quality teachers. There is no quality, and victim is the student.
Net का problem. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for giving the response.
Yeah.
Sir, may I ask you one question, please?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
It's not a question. It's just I want to know your opinion. Sir, what is the reason why government is keeping so many posts vacant? See, many unemployed youth are there. Most of them are PhDs, net set. People are there. They are unemployed, but still government is not giving NOCs for appointment of faculties in university as well as college level. What would be the reason behind this, according to your opinion, sir? Please.
See, to be very frank, okay, and to be very blunt, education and higher education should be made top priority. The building of nation is not just by huge buildings and roads. It is by building people, human capital. The capital is generated by human beings. And therefore, this capital is very important. And as I said, Industrial Revolution 5.0 give importance to machines as well as man. And that importance of man is very important. One talented teacher can create wealth of billions of rupees by research. I quoted one example. I have thousands of examples. So, the prioritization and understanding the importance of education is very important. That is the different political parties in power in different states. They should understand that education and health are the two pillars of nation building. If we provide high quality education to all, as per the Sustainable Development Goals, Goal 4, quality education for all, then we have to address these issues. We have to provide resources and provide allocation for solving these issues. How can a college or university compete with the world when their teachers are not there? How can we regulate quality? How can we expect quality? How can we do quality enhancement? Very difficult, quite impossible. Then who will address these issues? I told you that per million researchers 260 in India and world average is around 1800. And best countries in the world, they have 7,000, 8,000 researchers per million population. So we have to understand where we are lacking. And therefore, knowledge economy, as a student of economics, I can say, knowledge economy is one in which generation and exploitation of knowledge come to play the predominant role in creation of wealth. If creation of wealth is the aim, ultimate aim of any country, then that creation of wealth, the pathway going to the creation of wealth is through education, high quality education. And knowledge generation generated only through research and development. It is not available in market. We have to generate that through research, quality research, not fake research. That is what I say.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. If there is no question, we can conclude. It's exact 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Roll number 3. Sorry, roll number 2.
अरे आप नाम लेते जाइए.
Roll number 5 will propose the vote of thanks, sir.
उनका नाम लीजिए ना, ऐसा लगता है कि क्रिमिनल नंबर कन्विक्ट नंबर 1 2 5 ऐसा रहता है नंबर. Right. There's a lighter side, I suppose.
Thank you, sir. Very nice and informative lectures.
Yeah.
Sir, this is roll number 6.
Roll number 6. Sir, roll number 6 will propose vote of thanks, sir.
Acha, please introduce yourself, your name first.
Roll number 6, Dr. Vikas Kalyankar from Tushniwal College, Sengav.
Okay.
I'm very much thankful of the organizers for giving me an opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks of Dr. Sudhir Gavhane sir, who has been the Vice Chancellor of 2 universities. And he has, in the inauguration session, he has talked about VUCAs that is happening world over. VUCAs are the volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguities that are happening all around us. He has also stated that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's statement that when learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When creativity blossoms, thinking immigrates. He has also told that amongst 200 universities, none of the Indian universities ranks among the 200. And he has talked about the leadership in higher educational institutions. He has also told about the quantum computing that is becoming faster, 1,000 times faster than the present day computers. The people from society and academics, if come together, can build a very nice academic institute at a time. He has also told that we should learn from China, Korea, and Japan in terms of research. That they are having plenty of patents. They have had 7 lakh patents last time. China have had, but however India had only 78,000. The score is quite appreciable. Among 500 universities of the world, 6 universities of India are being ranked, and 197 universities of USA are being ranked. So this covered as soon as possible. If it is covered, India will be a developed nation very soon. He has also told that when country loses the base of academic excellence through outdated policies, neglected institutions, and excludes of the brain drain happens. So if the brain drain is not let to be happening, one thing is to be kept in mind is that as Sant Kabir has said, जाति न पूछो साधु की पूछ लीजिए ज्ञान मोल करो तलवार का पड़ा रहने दो म्यान. Like that, the teachers who are capable should be given the opportunity and they should be appreciated always. The promotions time to time. The leadership is a change maker. A leader is a change maker and a teacher is a change agent. That is what he has also told. He has also told that very few quality leaders are left in India now, Along with quality leaders, there is one more thing needed, that is harmony in nature and climate change restoration. If it happens, we can sustainably live in the environment. That is what he has told. He has also told about can be the role of a leader in an institution. So he has told that transformational leadership. He has talked about transitional leadership style. He has talked about servant leadership model. He has talked about losses, fair leadership model, and adaptive leadership models too. He has also told about new leadership skill sets and unicorn companies like Zomato. He has told about the DBG company of Mr. Hanumant Gaikwad from Pune, and he has told the corollaries and locally how India can be a superpower in the future with the academic institutions. Thank you very much, sir. It was an honor for me to propose the vote of thanks. One and
Thank
all.
you.
I also thank Professor Dhansiri Mahajan, Madam, the Director of UGC-MMTC. I also thank Dr. Suchita Embal, Madam, the Department of Management Science, and I also thank Dr. Mohammad Rafi, sir, who is the Assistant Director of MMTC, UGC-MMTC, for organizing such a nice program. Thank you very much, sir. And with the permission of respected dais, I would like to say that the program is over.
Yeah. Rafi sir.
Yes,
Hello.
thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Suchita ma'am is there. I have shared my PPTs as well as there is written by me on this issue. So it can be shared to all, no problem. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay then. Thank you very much. Thank you to Mahajan ma'am, Rafi sir yourself, and
Sir,
Suchita ma'am
thank you,
for
sir.
inviting me for this session. Yeah.
A
Thank you.
wonderful session, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
थैंक यू। आफ्टरनून सेशन जो रहेगा वो 2:45 को स्टार्ट होगा।